live off of how you play early on. And then all of a sudden you have three bad years,
Yeah.
and it's still living off that first one.
Well, let's all just be on the record here, and we can all three agree here at the Super Bowl that yesterday meant nothing, right? Zip zero.
Meant absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Zero. Does not.
Now, do I think it meant anything in terms of how Jason Garrett might make the decision as to, like, does it change anything about who's calling plays? I think it's still up in the air. I mean, the idea was that Jason might call plays, and then we've heard Doug Nussmeier, and we've heard Kellen Moore's name thrown out there. You know, he certainly didn't separate himself from the pack by any stretch of the imagination with what happened yesterday. So I could still see something being up in the air in that regard. But no, I'm not going to base the Cowboys 2019 offense is not going to look like the NFC did in the Pro Bowl in late January.
They put up that has to be I'm trying to find it. That has to be a record low for yardage, right? In the Pro Bowl. 148 offensive yards by the NFC.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at scores yesterday to just kind of do some ribbon, and there have been some low-scoring games the last couple of years. I think one team scored 13 points, like in one of the last 3 years. I did not see a 7. Like, remember, I looked at the list. I did not see a game.
Was it raining in that 7? That other 7?
Where only 7 points were scored. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's a snowstorm. I don't care if it's a full-on blizzard. I don't care if they're playing in a hurricane.
Yeah.
You should be able to score more than 7 points in a 60-minute ball game.
People were calling out Jason Garrett. I think they had a fourth, and they were down 20.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a 4th and 5. And Jason punted it.
2 questionable 4th down calls. The 4th and 5 were the punt, where you're down 20.
Were they near midfield on that too, or where were they?
Yeah, they were just beyond midfield on their own side. And then the 4th and 2 call from the AFC 4-yard line, where what do? They give it to the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, and he gets 0 yards. Innovative.
So Garrett's getting roasted. Kellen Moore is getting destroyed. It was hilarious, but they all took a back seat nationally to our boy, number 82.
And you want to talk about first impressions?
Oh,
dude could turn out to be
the best broadcaster in 5 years.
John Madden. He could be Howard Cosell wrapped into one. It doesn't matter. Keith Jackson.
Oh, man.
Kirk Herbstreit. I mean, he could all take the best attributes of everyone, and it wouldn't matter. Jason Witten is going to be the most laughed at, hated broadcaster in sports history.
Yeah.
Based off of year one. It'll never be fair to him, but it is the first impression thing. And it sticks.
Yesterday on ESPN, Pat Mahomes to Eric Ebron. Now, Pat Mahomes plays for who, RJ Choppy?
The Chefs.
He does. And Eric Ebron, Roy White, plays for who?
I believe he plays for the Colts.
Okay, they both start with C's. Here's Witten's call.
Here's Mahomes again. This time inside the 5 and into the end zone for Eric Ebron. An 18-yard touchdown pass, Mahomes to Ebron.
Ebron was his guy all year.
Was he really?
Well, Eric Ebron kind of looks like Travis Kelce.
Right, and, their helmets are the same color, obviously. White and red. I mean, so why wouldn't he think
But, this is a perfect example. Yeah. That's just a small little slip, obviously, a Stephen A. brain fart for Witten. But now the radars are up.
Yeah.
You can't get away with anything. So there's Witten. And then the trophy presentation, the poor guy is down there trying to give the MVP trophy out, and he broke the trophy. He didn't realize he picked the trophy up from the bottom. He separated the trophy in half.
I was blown away by this because I figured that you could have picked it up the way he did.
Yeah.
And then he picks it up, and all of a sudden, it just starts hovering over top the wood on the bottom. I didn't know what happened here. It was really, really strange.
Poor guy.
And then he's sitting there. He doesn't know what to do. He's got a microphone in his hand. He's trying to put this thing back on. Everyone's laughing at him over here. Poor guy.
Dude, go click. The Pro Bowl gave it Jason Witten trending all over the place. Also Kellen Moore. Also Jason Garrett. So DFW, I can't wait to see the numbers. Troy, anything else that was jumping out to you or that you noticed while watching or walking by? Or
I just walked by that game. I literally walked by because I knew that this game was going to have two things. People were going to be crapping on Jason Witten, and people would freak out over Kellen Moore. And it's just like I said yesterday, not just Kellen Moore, but like I tweeted yesterday, it didn't matter what happened in this game. Jason Garrett was going to get called out for it. It didn't matter what happened and what they put up. I mean, you look at the what was it? The number of yards that was put up yesterday by the NFC. It was
148.
That was 148. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? People are going to be like, he sucks. He needs to be fired. They could have put up 348, and people would have said, doesn't matter. They don't play defense. He sucks. He needs to be fired. It was a lose-lose.
You know who does not suck and he took over the bar. We're in Atlanta, home of the Hawks, home of Trae Young.
Oh, the Hawks, that's right.
But on Fox Sports Southwest, as we were watching the highlights of the Mavs loss, nobody cared because the Wonder Kid did it again.
Luka got around it in the lane, lobbed it up, deflection. Jordan slams it home. Will they give him the 10th assist?
Dude, Luka Doncic putting on a show, scoring 35, the first teen with a 30-point triple-double. He had 35, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. He was doing alley-oop passes. He had a nasty dunk himself where he kind of exploded. He had another bomb step-back three. 35, a career high for Luka, who turns 20 on February 28th.
This was the best case scenario. He had a great game and they lost.
For Team Tank?
Team Tank, best case scenario. And the best part of the whole thing is he did it faster than LeBron James did, who was previously the youngest to have a 30-point triple-double way back in 2005. Look, the guy's amazing. He's fun to watch.
You and Bassick, you guys nailed it. You guys wanted him. You wanted him out of the draft. I got to give you credit.
Well, thank you. I wanted him because I just didn't want DeAndre Ayton. I just didn't want a guy who has no positional value whatsoever.
Or skin and his mobile.
Oh, my God. Get him off the broadcast. Poor Skin. Wanting Mo Bamba. Not the song, the player.
Luka's averaging 26.8 rebounds, 5.3 assists. Yeah, let's see the coaches from the Western Conference leave him off the All-Star reserves coming up this week. I think that's on Thursday for the selection. That was awesome yesterday. Not one of us cared. We're all like, ooh, not one of us cared that they lost to the Raptors. They did have a did you see the three that he threw up? That should have been an AM1, it looked like. He just makes these crazy circus shots as well.
Oh, he's seasoned. He's a seasoned vet at 19 years old.
Yeah.
Just go think of that. Like, most guys figure their game out in their mid-20s. He's already figured his game out. He's 19. I mean, he's going to have 10 years of his prime, right?
Yeah.
He'll have 10 prime years. That doesn't happen.
All right, when we come back, Sean, RJ, and Roy live from the Super Bowl, brought to you by Twin Peaks Bud Light. Our guests are going to be in the Diamonds Direct hot seat, and the fan cam is up.
Brought to you by the Low T Center.
We got a former Cowboy firing shots. And your most recognizable sports numbers in DFW history because of some news over the weekend with one of them being retired. We'll talk about it next.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
What's your green grow at Central Kia?
With super low payments on acres of new 2018 Kia Soul, Fortes, Optimus, and Sorrentos.
America's best value.
866 Central.
We're just one call away.
It's so easy.
CentralKia.com.
Sean and RJ here with the greatness of Diamonds Direct. You know, if you were to say go into Diamonds Direct and find out that today you could trade in your diamond for a bigger one, why wouldn't you do that? You absolutely would. You buy your diamond at Diamonds Direct. They not only will give you 100% of the value for a trade, but 110%. So that $5,000 diamond that you paid for, that you bought, a year from now you want to trade it in and get a $6,000 diamond, well, they're going to give you $5,500. So you're just paying $500 difference. It's a great value to go to Diamonds Direct.
I was talking to Yossi the other day, Alan, and I was like, you tell me that women actually want to change it? They want to upgrade it? The engagement ring? Like the lifetime jewelry? And they're like, yes. Do you know who we're dealing with? Diamonds Direct is the official jeweler of the Dallas Cowboys. No one else is going to make this type of offer. And whether you're getting the apology, the anniversary, the birthday, the just because, they're going to give you the education on whatever it is you're looking for. Stop in. Tell them Sean and RJ send you. Ask for our boy Yossi, Alan there as well. Preston Road and Sherry Lane for Diamonds Direct. Preston Road and Sherry Lane.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Before the gate drops, start your race day at the Monster Energy Supercross Fan Fest. Meet the world's best dirt bike racers. Get autographs and experience the excitement. Buy a can of Monster Energy to recycle at the entrance for your free admission to the Fan Fest. Stop by your local Circle K, where Monster Energy drinks are 2 for $4.29 every day. Catch all the action at AT&T Stadium February 16th. Get your tickets today.
The new year is bringing incredible savings offers at Central Kia, highlighting the new family of SUVs. Receive $3,500 total cash on the 2019 Sorento V6. Get more for your trade, bigger discounts, and amazing service at Central Kia in Plano off 75 and Parker, or online at centralkia.com.
Dial 1-866-CENTRAL today.
Based on $15.60 per month for $1,000 financed at 0 down 63 months at 3.9% financing with approved credit through Kia Motor Financing plus TTNL. See dealer for details. Ends 1/31/19.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to 4hims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/order. That's 4hims.com/order for your first month for just $5. 4hims.com/order.
The KNC Masterpiece, that's us again, is heading back to the owner's box inside the Omni Dallas Hotel tomorrow from 7 to 11 p.m.
where you can once again hang out with us, the KNC Masterpiece. Yeah, that's still us. And enjoy some great food and wash it down with an ice cold beverage. Details at 1053thefan.com.
What does your morning sound like?
Goodbye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Right now at McDonald's, get a sausage biscuit and hash browns or sausage McMuffin and hash browns, each pairing for just $1.50. Price and participation may vary. For a limited time, cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Gavin Dawson with some special news from my friends at D&M Leasing. Even though the feds are raising interest rates, I gave D&M a call and got them to do something special for our listeners. D&M's lowering interest rates for 2019, and they're offering the listeners no down payment and 60 days until your first payment. Ask for the G-Bag Nation special to get this extra low rate for our listeners. Any make, any model. Mileage forgiveness comes standard on every easy lease. Call D&M Leasing today at any local area code in 35 LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com. If you're financing your vehicle for more than 48 months, you're doing it wrong.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by UA Local 100. We head back to Super Bowl Radio Row in a second, but first, a reminder, your chance to win $1,000 at 716.
Drew Pearson here for UA Local 100. If you are in the piping trades and wanting to earn more money, receive excellent health benefits for you and your family, and a good pension for retirement, contact UA Local 100 now at 972-489-9972 or at ualocaldfw.com.
It's a Fan Football Reaction Monday, brought to you by CarsForKids.org, supporting the Texans Can Academies.
And this segment of the Fan also brought to you by Wells Fargo, Albertsons, Tom Thumb, and Franklin Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS. If you've been involved in an accident, it's not your fault, Tolos and fans. Call Franklin Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS. FrankelFirm.com, Principal Office, Dallas, Texas.
Good morning, Metroplex. Sean, RJ, and Roy live. Morning One, Radio Row here at the Super Bowl. And I guess to take you behind the scene, well, we'll do it in Out of Bounds. We packed something on the trip that could get Roy suspended. So we'll talk about it in Out of Bounds.
There's the people smoking weed.
Not that. Although I think what Roy packed could get him in even more trouble than that. But Adrian Beltre's number was retired over the weekend.
Oh, yes, was.
That is number 29. And first off, side note, can't believe Michael Youngs hasn't been retired yet. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. So there will never be another Adrian Beltre, and no one else is going to be wearing number 29. Just a fifth number in franchise history to be given that honor. Can you name the others, fellas?
The other Ranger numbers to be retired.
I know two.
Nolan.
Yes.
Okay. Johnny Oates.
Yes.
That was one.
Jackie Robinson, obviously.
Yes.
That was my other one.
Pudge.
Yes.
Well done. Am I missing anybody else?
Nope, that's it.
Very good.
So Johnny Oates, number 26, Pudge, obviously 7, Jackie Robinson, 42, and now number 29. And, we have a great room situation here at the Omni, thanks to Ben Rogers and Tim Collins. And we're connected to Roy and KT.
Yes.
And we open up that middle door, and we just have like our own little sports talk show.
Oh, it's great.
And I was asking the
guy.
And
it gave KT a chance to be a part of a real sports talk show.
Yikes! Good one. So I wanted to ask these guys the question, and you on the fan text, 877-881-1053, Autoflex Leasing fan text, 877-881-1053. Because Roy and KT are younger than Choppy and I was like, give me your top 5 numbers. Like, what are the top 5 sports numbers that come to mind in DFW sports history? Because, like, obviously 29 is never going to be in there, right? Even though, what other Ranger was number 29 on your home of the Rangers?
The other Ranger 29.
Troy, you better know this.
Dean Palmer.
No.
Number 29 on the Rangers. Oh, Rusty Greer.
Rusty Greer. Yeah. There you go. Rusty Greer, number 29. So real quick, I was like, it's a fun bar discussion. The top 5 numbers you associate, like, that pop into your head for DFW sports.
Okay. There's 4 that you just get out of the way immediately.
Okay.
8, 12, 22, 88. Just get them out of the way.
8, 12, 22, 88.
You start and stop with them.
Okay.
Then we can have discussions.
Okay.
No, you're missing one.
Well, hang on. He's part of the discussion.
Okay.
That number is not ahead of 8, 12, 22, or 88.
You talking about 41?
Correct, because it's an ugly number. It's a bad number.
Oh, that's a bad take.
It's a bad number. It's a bad number. It's got nothing. It's not.
It is a bad number. It's a terrible number, but I think 41 would automatically go in there.
But now it does. So now you've got 41. I'm sorry, number 9's for Tony.
Ooh,
Madonna number 9 is ahead of Tony. 7
for Pudge?
Yep.
Nah. What about 34?
34 for Nolan? But still, it's number 41 is ahead of both of them.
Yes.
So there's your 5. I don't know that there's a way to get anybody else in.
All right, you're going 8,
12,
22,
88, 41.
Over 34. You got to bump 34.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to get you on this Nola rant. I don't want to go through all this.
I don't
want to do this.
No, was it Nolan the Houston Astro or the California Angel?
All right, yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be real.
Leave your ass in Atlanta. We don't need to come back.
All right, Dub. What were your numbers? And we're doing this just because they're retiring number 29.
What, the numbers that the Rangers need to have retired, or the numbers that I identify with? I'm dealing with an entirely different thing.
The topic that we talked about last night in the room.
Oh, the numbers that you immediately identify with in DFW. Yeah. 41 is the number 1 because of how unusual it is. I threw out the number 9 because I think that Cowboys fans my age would probably make that their most identifiable number behind 88. 88 is the most identifiable number, but it's questionable as to what people relate him to. Is it Dez? Is it Irving? Is it Pearson for some people? But number 9 for the Cowboys would probably be number 2 for me. There is not really a baseball number that jumps out.
34, but
34 because it's but that's from the legend, not so much as the longevity of what they did here.
29 is an ugly number too.
Oh, it's terrible. Ugly number.
77. I hate Luca's number.
But he's going to make it pretty.
Yeah,
Dirk made 41 pretty.
It's symmetrical.
Yeah, Dirk made 41 pretty. 77. You'll see a lot more in the
taking
NBA
number 77 was a masterful PR move. You want to, if you can put 2 numbers together that fit the eye better. 29 doesn't suit the eye well. It just doesn't. 34 suits the eye pretty well. 42, it suits the eye very well. obviously 88-22. Very good.
Okay, so number 29 is going to be retired. I mean, I think it's pretty. We'll save it for maybe 8. KT's going to sit down. I mean, how is Michael Young's not already retired? Are you serious right now? And we'll get into a debate over that. T.O. firing shots at number 9. Terrell Owens. By the way, 22, real quick. Emmitt Smith just gets disrespected. The other day at the Pro Bowl, that stupid clown show, the little skills challenge, no one even was like, I didn't hear. Oh, by the way, the all-time leading rusher's here. Mm-hmm. I understand they were talking to Jim Kelly, team captain, DeMarcus Ware. I get it. You have the all-time leading rusher right there. And, like, number 22, I'm not seeing a ton on the fan text. I'm like, man. And I know that Barry Sanders is better than Emmitt, but still, Emmitt, there's a little bit of disrespect on here.
He gets disrespected all the time.
Good grief.
All the time. He's the leading rusher of all time.
Oh, my.
But
I got a
Woj bomb.
Woj bomb. You saw that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tweeted you guys, but I figured, middle of this segment, we can get to it.
Anthony Davis tells the Pelicans he has no intention of signing a contract extension, and he wants to be traded.
Well, now,
does he want to play for Luke Walton?
Well, he goes on to say that he wanted to be traded for a team that allows him a chance to win consistently and compete for a championship. So that rules out pretty much everybody with the Warriors, right, at this point?
Well, now this is all going to focus on the Lakers, of course.
Yeah, this is really bad timing, too, because Thon Maker just said yesterday that he wants to be traded, and they play the same positions. This is not going to work out well for Anthony Davis.
The story came out that LeBron wants Luke Walton gone.
Yes.
LeBron and his team. And I just know that was throwing an alley-oop for you.
Oh, yeah.
Destroy LeBron.
Just coach killed another guy. Let's see. Dave Blatt, Mike Brown, Paul Silas, trying to get Eric Spoelstra fired. Pat Riley had to come up and just say, hey, look, no, we're not firing Eric Spoelstra. He's the coach. There's one guy who has the clout to tell LeBron no, and that's Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's a bigger star in L.A. than LeBron James.
Yeah.
He just is.
Yeah.
It's L.A. LeBron is on the pecking order of, like, LeBron's the biggest thing in sports, but he's not even the top 5 biggest things in L.A. Kobe's bigger. Shaq's bigger. Probably Phil. Magic. Career. LA is different because he's got no clout with the organization. He's never won anything, and that's an organization like the Cowboys where, I mean, Rodgers always going to have more clout than Tony Romo is. He just is. And same for Troy.
Sure.
That's what that organization's all about. So the only guy literally that could tell LeBron and step to him, and LeBron's got to take it, is Magic. And if Magic really believes in Luke Walton, then that's what he'll do.
Yeah. So that's the Woj bomb right there that Rich Paul informing the Pelicans that Anthony Davis wants out. Who's LeBron's agent?
Rich Paul.
That would be Rich Paul. So there you go. There's a Woj bomb right there. You want to stick on this to get a trade done, or you want to move on to Romo? We'll do T.O. Romo. We'll do the trade package, right. Top 7 and 7. So Terrell Owens on the NFL Network was asked about how great Tony Romo, who has the call of the Super Bowl, how great Romo is in the booth. Listen for the shots fired.
You have a guy that's very cerebral, again, at the quarterback position. Again, I think when you talk about guys like that go into the booth, nobody would know that how successful he would be, but obviously he's doing a great job at it. And I think it's one thing to call the game in the booth and actually be in action and recognize those coverages, assess what's going on. But I think in the end, you have to deliver the ball accurately and decisively. And I think that's what makes him great in the booth, opposed to what he did on the football field.
What do you mean as opposed to what he did on the football field? Because you did tweet recently, it's a world of difference in that booth and in the action. You would think that he would have been the ultimate quarterback.
Right, because, when you start comparing guys that have played that position, that what makes them great. Again, he had situations where he always threw interceptions late in the games. So, again, it's about decision-making. It's about how accurate and where you throw the ball.
So you're saying he knew what needed to happen, but he just couldn't execute it?
Right. It's all about execution. It's all about, like I said, you can see something and know where to throw and go with the ball, but if the ball is not delivered and it's not thrown accurately for a receiver to catch it, then that play doesn't It doesn't happen.
That's interesting. It's interesting that he said that he always threw interceptions late. Tony Romo has 8 career postseason touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I mean, I would think always throws interceptions late would be 2 touchdowns and 8 picks. I'm just throwing that one out there. How about the fact that he's got a better postseason passer rating than Tom Brady? Should I throw that one out there too?
Quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. I can throw that. I could punch you in the face with numbers all day, T.O. All right, just bam, 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 right hook, left hook, bam, uppercut.
Is that even a combo that makes sense? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm not a fighter.
T.O. and Romo spent 3 years together, and
what were the 3 best years of T.O.'s career? Oh, 3 of the 4 best.
The 38 receiving touchdowns he had over those years with Tony, the second highest 3-season stretch of his career.
Yeah.
So he only had 1 3-season stretch that was better than that. And it happened with Romo. He had 42 in San Fran between 2000 and 2002, playing with Jeff Garcia and maybe Steve at the end.
Yeah, well, he was definitely with Steve Young because that was that big touchdown catch against Green Bay in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Jeff Garcia was a good, solid quarterback. And then he had success with Romo, so he just can't help himself. I'm trying to think of another athlete in the history of sports. It's just, he's worse than Serena. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah.
Like, he's much worse than Serena. It's always someone else's fault. I've never done anything wrong. I don't have to apologize for anything. This guy is the greatest narcissist you could ever, and he's the greatest victim too. He's always a victim. He's a complete, total narcissist. He's delusional. He is delusional, and he's so arrogant. It's insane. Like, I don't know if it's insecurity. I always have a hard time. Is this person arrogant or are they insecure? I don't know.
Well, I think there's an insecurity level because T.O. is so great, but he was disrespected as a kid. I mean, he went to UT Chattanooga.
Yeah.
This is Terrell. This is a Hall of Famer. 90 minutes up the road in Knoxville, they had a football program. They didn't want him. Georgia was 2 hours away from Chattanooga.
Yeah.
They didn't want him. Alabama, they didn't want him.
He just wants to fight. He just wants to argue.
He's had that chip on his shoulder since he was 17 years old.
All right, we are live here at Radio Row. Sean, RJ, and Roy. Mark Schler. Oh, hello to Peter King.
Peter King's here. Yeah.
Oh, I'll get yelled at by the boss because I'm stargazing as everyone's starting to walk in here to get ready for the Super Bowl.
Big curtain roll back.
To me. Thanks, Peter. When we come back, can anyone guess what Roy packed? He packed something that could get him kicked out of here and suspended for the rest of the week. We'll talk about it as part of Out of Bounds. Glad you're waking up with us right here on The Fan.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's our first day from Radio Row. The nation will be rocking and rolling from 10 to 3, and we'll have all the top headlines from pro football and Atlanta in around the NFL at 11 o'clock. Nation 10 to 3 on The Fan.
It all starts with just one thing. This year, resolve to recycle more. Start with paper, bottles, and cans. Recycle old clothes by donating them to charity, and recycle electronics at e-waste facilities. Find tips and more at onethingus.com. What's your one thing?
RJ Choppy here for my good friends over at Zerez. I see the carpet in here is nice and clean. Either it's brand new or Zerez just cleaned it. Likelihood it's brand new. Because that's what happens around here. But your carpet, you don't need to get new carpet. You don't need a brand new house of carpet. You just need to get it cleaned. The clean way, the green way, the Zerez way, the patented empowered water system. No soaps, no chemicals when you use Zerez. Just empowered water, cleaner, greener technology, safer, healthier for your home. RJ Choppy Fan special amazing offer. 3 rooms pre-treated, cleaned, and sanitized for $99. And the 100 square feet of tile that you're going to get cleaned absolutely free. You are just not going to beat that offer. What's going to happen is they're going to come to your house. They're going to clean it. They're locally owned, so they're going to have local people cleaning your house or your apartment for you, helping the local economy out with the RJ Choppy Fan special at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326. Or ZerezDallas.com. Spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. It's Zerez.
Did the words bezel and pave leave you feeling confused? We get it. Not everyone speaks diamond, but at Hellsberg, we do. Our diamond experts can help you customize an engagement ring that's just right. And we'll explain all the fancy words along the way. No pressure and no judgment. Hellsberg Diamonds, a Berkshire Hathaway company.
Valentine's Day is Thursday, February 14th.
Make it the best one ever and pop the question with the perfect ring from Hellsberg Diamonds.
A festival unlike any other is coming to AT&T Stadium May 10th through 12th. The Killers, Kid Rock, Sting, Leonard Skinner, Little Big Town, Dennis Miller, and over 50 more legendary acts will be live on the multi-stage event taking place inside and outside AT&T Stadium. Kaboo, Texas is a one-of-a-kind sensory experience that brings music, art, comedy, culinary, fashion, and indulgences together for a weekend you won't want to miss. Buy your passes now before they sell out. Visit KabooTexas.com. That's KAABOO Texas.com for details and how to buy passes today.
Do you suffer from a case of the Mondays every day of the week? Are you tired of donuts leaving a hole in your breakfast? Do you lack the energy to literally whistle while you work? Then Muscle Milk Protein Shakes just might be what you need to turn your mornings around. Packed with 25 grams of protein, vitamins, and minerals, Muscle Milk Protein Shakes have everything you need to keep you going strong all day long.
Pick up 2 Muscle Milk Protein Shakes for $5 today at your local racetrack.
Upgrading your bathroom? The Home Depot can help you upgrade that upgrade at the Winter Kitchen and Bath event. Right now, add the finishing touch with an exclusive Kohler Katoon faucet for just $89. It's available in a stylish brushed nickel finish, and you'll only find it at the Home Depot, Kohler's #1 retailer. So upgrade your bathroom and let the savings flow. The Winter Kitchen and Bath event at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through March 24th, while supplies last.
Never saw it as a problem when I was younger. 2 cigarettes, 3 cigarettes. It wasn't a habit. My mom, she was always like, you need to get rid of them. Gave the jewel a real chance and found out I liked it. Found out it really works. The switch was easy. It was a no-brainer, really. This came from her, really.
Patrick made the switch December 2016. Make the switch at JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Our coverage of Radio Row from Atlanta is presented by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53, and you can watch us on our Low T Center fan cam at 1053thefan.com/fancam.
Listen to the Ben and Skin Show for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Carlos Santana and celebrate his landmark Supernatural album and his historic 1969 Woodstock performance on the Supernatural Now Tour. It's going down Saturday, July 6th at Dos Equis Pavilion. For more ticket information, go to livenation.com.
Are you ready to drive into the new year in a luxury vehicle? Well, it's only one click away at CertifiedAutoplex.com, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Yes, you heard me right. Free lifetime powertrain warranty on most makes and models. With a refreshingly honest, no-pressure experience and rates below industry standard, Certified Autoplex helps you get the car you deserve. We have hundreds of luxury vehicles to choose from. Browse our inventory online at CertifiedAutoplex.com. That's CertifiedAutoplex.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get down with your judgment-free self. Now extended through January 31st. You can join for only $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness has cardio, weights, and locker rooms that sparkle like a glass of New Year's champagne. Only $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Backed by popular demand, join now through January 31st for $1 at any of our 35 area locations.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Interviews, stories, news, and maybe a little bit of trouble. All week long, we're live at Super Bowl Radio Row in Atlanta on the home of the NFL, 105.3 The Fan. Not everything stays between the lines. This is Out of Bounds on 105.3 The Fan.
Out of Bounds brought to you by Dallas Truck World. Tons of great vehicles available, size to fit any budget. Go check them out online at DallasTruckWorld.com. The segment also brought to you by the WinStar World Casino and Resort.
Okay, everything is up and working thanks to Roy White. And some other people may be unemployed after this morning show, including me, after I snap on a few peeps. But we got the webcam up here at Radio Row in Atlanta. We're brought to you by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53, Diamonds Direct for the hot seat, and the fan cam.
Low T Center.
I have a question. Is the fan cam in real time?
Basically, there's about a 3-second delay.
Okay, because for some reason, I thought I was watching our fan cam from Fan Bowl. Sean, are you wearing the same outfit?
I have the same sweatshirt on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Same sweaty.
Well, that's okay, Troy, because
Can you do that? Is that cool?
But you,
a sweatshirt can be worn 5 days in a row. if you
Let's
don't
see.
sweat.
Is it cool?
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't think it's cool, dude.
I don't
no shirt underneath.
I don't have an undershirt.
Ooh, I don't think it's cool.
I'm so tired of this discussion. Last night we had the fork knife discussion. I had to prove these people wrong. And now
the fork knife.
And now the
not to be confused with fork.
The undershirt discussion again with these people. Look, sweatpants. You shouldn't wear. You should. I do because society's forced me into it. You should not wear underwear with sweatpants.
Oh,
what?
I like
you should
that.
wear underwear with all pants.
Yeah.
No.
You should.
All pants.
Yeah.
No,
all
if there was one, why? Because society told you.
No, because the potential that
Listen to
like
me.
you need a barrier there. You fart. You do all sorts of bodily. You don't fart.
Wait, so your reason is so you don't.
Your reason is in case you poop yourself?
No.
Are you?
Preach to me, right?
Are you?
Give me the rest of the
Are
lecture.
you two idiots going to look me in the eye and say that when you fart, nothing comes out? It's
The
just
brown
air.
eye.
What?
You're going to look me in the eye and say it's just air.
I think that's kind of what it is.
Okay. Particles of some kind. not
That's
making
why
their
you
way-
wear underwear, though, because of the protection, the barrier protection.
Well, amongst many other reasons.
Okay.
Number two, the front junk making contact with your items.
But here's
is going to be an issue.
Here's my point. Sweatpants are the most comfortable article of clothing we have as guys, right?
My God.
Period.
They are.
Period. Could someone capture Choppy and me's face laughing at each other on that? I thought Roy was going to come up with this boom, hit me in the face point. He did.
He just did.
He did. And the sweatshirt is the same. The sweatshirt's so comfortable. So why would I want to? The undershirt I put on in between would be less comfortable than the sweatshirt against my skin.
I
That's my
understand. I
preference.
understand what you're saying, but it's for the same reason you wear socks.
Yes.
It's you're going to perspire, so you don't
I'm
want.
not sweating in here.
You might be. I bet you if
I'm
you were.
not
I bet
sweating.
you if you were to take your hand
Yeah.
and stick it in your armpit, it'd be a little bit damp.
Oh, God.
So
I'm just happy on the fan cam. I've already gotten away with something. I thought I was going to get caught on it.
What?
My zipper was half down.
Oh.
So I was like, all right. So now it's a
Sexy.
game. It's like a challenge for me because you guys get caught picking your noses all the time.
Yeah, I don't care.
And I was like,
Do not care.
I was like, is anyone going to see if this zipper pull up and boom, in your face? You didn't get me, Will.
Didn't get it.
Meme Will.
So I don't know. I just look at it from you're going to perspire. So have a barrier to soak up.
I would agree if I was going to sweat. I know I'm not going to sweat in here.
Okay,
I'm good. I'm good to go. That's my opinion. Okay, let's see if Roy's going to follow through with
Let's
this.
see if we get Roy caught in something else again.
So late last week, you want to set it up?
Sure.
In the meeting with Spittle.
So we sat down and I've been wanting to do this for a while because I got into a new habit, a new hobby.
The station, by the way, is putting all this pressure on us. They want all these videos made. Like if it's Facebook Live 1 week, and now there's blogs, and
that's why you guys got the Mike Bassett 12 minutes of saying nothing,
What do you
but
mean?
him just doing a puzzle.
I love it. By the way, I love the.
And it got like 100,000 views.
It was awesome. In the Ben Skin video from yesterday with KT on the streets of Atlanta. That was fun. It's enjoyable.
Mike Bassett video should not have been. We should not have put that on there as a company.
Are you puzzled by the decision?
baby. Trying to piece this together.
We should be better than that.
That was Mike trolling our boss.
The fact that we put that on there, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing as a company. And then when I tweeted that no one watch it, I knew I was going to get in trouble. I was like, no one watched this past 1:30. Bassick is eating applesauce with a 5,000 piece. I would watch him put together like a 14-piece puzzle. But now when there's a million pieces all scattered,
basically starting from scratch,
and he's sitting at his table, just quietly, not talking, no commentary, putting this together. And I was like, no one watched this. And then what happened? The web guy told me that all the hits shot up after I was like, don't waste your time on this. So Bassick now is going to film Jeff watching television, and he's going to film himself walking. So he's just going to continue to do this. So they want us to make videos.
Yes. So they want us to make videos, and we're all good employees, so we're trying to think of ways we could potentially get that done. And like I said, I developed a new hobby. Kind of wanted to find a way to incorporate that hobby into our video making, and at the same time provide some really cool videos that people have probably never seen before. I got into drone flying recently. I brought my drone with me.
Let me see it.
Here to Radio Row.
I've never held like a real quality legit one.
And when I suggested to them that, hey,
was that Emmett Smith?
What would be really cool is if I took my drone out to Radio Row and then maybe I did like a flyover video of Radio Row, because it's certainly an angle that no one has ever seen before. And if you've ever watched drone videos, for whatever reason, like they can be of nothing, but you stop down and watch them because it's an angle that we as humans never see in everyday life. Well, I made that mention, and both of the bosses essentially stopped me down, stiff-armed me. To the point of like, well, are you sure you're going to be able to get that through the security? Is Atlanta going to have any issues with you guys flying drones? I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. Blah, blah, blah.
Frequency. Oh, man, it looks like Johnny 5.
And this is just on the heels of us having been told one more thing. What's the one extra thing you can do as an Entercom employee to make our broadcast and our reach, the things that we deliver, just a little bit better? And I thought a drone would accomplish that. And after the beatdown that I took in the boss's office, I put my hands up. I said, all right, one less thing. You got it.
He turned the company mandate around.
Dude.
Well, we were worried about you. Now, I'm drone ignorant, amongst other things. But I was worried about you flying this thing over people's heads in here. Number two, like all the security is like crazy throughout this place. We have to go through metal detectors. If it lands on someone, we're finished. We're totally done. You're going to get thrown out of here.
Well, it wouldn't land on anybody because I'm in complete control of it.
Roy, judging by the nicks on these blades, it looks like you've run into a few walls.
No, if you run into a wall, that blade's falling off completely. Trust me, that thing's getting slapped off.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna come in here like before we go on one morning and try to do it?
Yeah, I think tomorrow morning I'll probably wake up a little bit earlier. And when there's no one in here, because like you mentioned, at 5:30, there's 4 or 5 shows total.
Because Spittle was, make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, totally against it.
Totally against it.
He's like,
100%.
don't even pack it. Don't even bother packing.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess up the frequencies and the other radio shows and all this technical stuff.
Very apprehensive, which I mean, I guess understandable. And I just thought to myself, I put it up in the air one time, I fly it around, and if someone comes by and says you're done, well, we got 2 minutes of a video.
Yeah, look, I'm in full support of you putting your career on the line for a single segment.
I don't think I'm putting my career on the line.
But I totally support the fact that this drone is amazing.
Is it?
Yes.
You have one, right?
I have a drone. Mine doesn't fold up. The front of, this looks like the Flight of the Navigator spaceship.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So this is show you how kind of this thing flats out here.
Can you think you can like fly it like above this table?
Well, I haven't put the battery in yet. The problem is it is loud enough that like at this point now, if I did it, that's exactly what it would sound like.
Okay.
But I can set it up here.
TMP, what do you think?
Get it like this?
TMP, head nod up or down. Our engineer, you think he'll be able to fly this in here? Oh, TMP says.
Oh, wow.
Ted, you said
He didn't
no.
even hesitate.
You say no.
He didn't even hesitate.
All right, so we'll say it's on the fan cam, 1053thefan.com / what's the fan cam address?
This is 1053thefan.com / fan cam. Okay. And you can find us right there. Go ahead and click that link. There's a little camera on here too, man.
All right.
I want to, if nothing else, if I'm not able to do it here.
Can you fly it around the city?
The next fan event? Yes. Yes.
You can fly wherever you want in the city.
Well, no, there are air traffic areas like in and around our studio. I don't know how close we are to Love Field that I would be permitted to fly that. We might be a little bit too close, but there are opportunities. And I think the next fan event we have, if not at this, maybe Mudbug Bash or something out of Texas Live is when we'll get this baby up in the air.
All right. So we have to acknowledge all the Tolos that came out to Fan Bowl. Gas Monkey Live, Fan Bowl 2019. That was awesome. That was a ton of fans that rolled out for the paper football tournament, for all the drinks that they had out there, for all the round tables. Before I give the credit, I don't want to give credit to anything else to say.
For all the drinks that you bought, I was stunned. Every time I look down.
Stunned? It happens at every event.
No, not stunned, but every time I look down, Sean's there and he's got 5-6 people around him. Like, if you haven't been to a fan event, and if you have been to a fan event, but you haven't found Sean by the bar, you're making a terrible, terrible mistake. A terrible mistake.
Yeah.
So make sure you get to keep up with him the next time we're out at a fan event, and I promise you will be happy.
a few of the fans come up with great callbacks. We have mentioned a love for cigars. Fans bring us cigars.
Oh my God, dude! I left with 4 cigars. I was so happy.
I mentioned that my feet hurt one day. Dude, Scooter brings me inserts for my shoes.
Yeah, you're walking around with yellow inserts.
I mean, like the amount of things that I don't even think of that we say. That registers.
Can you talk about the business card you got? That card you showed me with was it a mannequin?
Oh God, like a real doll?
What was this?
The doll. You showed me a business card someone gave of a mannequin. Like, I don't know whether it was an X-rated store. I don't know what it was. It was a very...
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Check your wallet. It's stuck to the inside.
No, that's probably not stuck there.
So we had so many people roll out. Unfortunately, well, I guess it's good that I lost to the champ. I dominated Kobe Sapp round 1.
Yeah.
You and Roy had an epic overtime battle.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I missed the first. I think I won the toss, or maybe Roy did, but I missed my first score, and then he missed one later. He shorted it, which stunned me. So we went to overtime, and in the overtime session, well, first of all, I tried to stall and go for 2 late. They wouldn't let me do that. In the overtime session, we had a field goal contest. Make it from 20, from 50, from 100. We all make it.
We started stacking the fields on top of each other.
2 fields. So I had an epic one with Kavanaugh. I missed wide right. This was a couple years ago.
And you beat Kavanaugh round 1 the other night.
I did, yes. Got the coin toss, and that was that.
Close game?
That was that. It was a close game. We scored on every possession, yeah.
And in this one, again, a wide right kick. I feel like Florida State in the 90s.
You need to start lining up to the left like Maher, man.
I know.
I
need to.
So you eventually got taken out by who?
I got taken out by Roy.
Okay, you lost to
in
Roy.
the semis.
And Dub made it all the way again to the championship where he lost to Kevin Hageland. The only person I wouldn't want to win in the entire building.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts.
And he beat me. His kid, oh my God, his kid wouldn't shut up in my ear the whole night, trash talking me. 2 of them, like the only thing worse than one Hageland is 2 Hagelands, him and his boy, and then he goes all the way to the championship where he takes out Roy. That's awful. That sucks. Terrible.
I'm still disappointed in myself. I'm like the Dean Smith of this. I just can't win. I can't. I'm terrible at it.
Dean Smith have a title?
He's got 2. He wasn't very good. He's just totally overrated. He wins 1 title with Michael Jordan, James Worthy, and Sam Perkins.
All right. So, but it was an awesome turnout. Thank you to all the Tolos and fans, and we'll see you at the next one. When we come back, were you worried about Kellen Moore yesterday while watching that on TV? Seriously, the top 7 at 7 with your first chance to win $1,000 for the week coming up next.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
From the Super Bowl in Atlanta, I'm Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Sunday's big game here isn't the only showdown with the number 53 attached to it. Yesterday at the Australian Open, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic battled for the 53rd time. This encounter, however, was never close. Playing spectacular, near-flawless tennis against Nadal, the Joker ran wild, dominating the Spanish southpaw 3-2 and 3 in a stunning 2 hours and 4 minutes. Djokovic's record 7th Australian title gives him 15 major trophies. He trails only Nadal and Roger Federer. On the women's side, Japan's Naomi Osaka followed up her controversial U.S. Open championship with the Australian crown. The 21-year-old number 1 defeated 2-time Wimbledon winner Petra Kvitova in 3 sets. I'm Boomer Esiason.
What if donut shops were like most investment firms? They'd sell one kind of donut and expect everyone to like it. Sprinkles? No. Glaze? No. Ooey gooey fillings? No, no, and no. Creative planning is different. We look at your entire financial picture to create an individual plan just for you. Dial 866-439-5641 for a free no-obligation consultation with Creative Planning. Investment strategies recommended by Creative Planning are not assured of earning a profit or avoiding a loss in declining markets.
36 days. That's how long it takes the average company to find their next hire. Glassdoor can help you quickly find the right job candidate in half the resumes. From 62 million job seekers, Glassdoor only matches you with qualified candidates who have the skills and experience your small business needs to grow. And Glassdoor hires are committed. They're 30% more likely to stay with your business longer. Go to glassdoor.com/hire. Glassdoor. Find the right fit for your business.
Sean and RJ here with the Texans Can Academies. We want you to go to carsforkids.org and see how you can help change the lives of thousands of local kids with your donation at carsforkids.org. So you can write off the car, not the kid. 972-274-KIDS. 972-274-5437. You give these kids a second chance to earn their high school diploma. 100% of the net proceeds go directly to the kids. That old car, truck, SUV, boat, motorcycle, RV, running or not, donated to the Can Academy.
100% of the proceeds going to the Texans Can Academies. You're going to get the highest tax deductions possible, and they're going to provide free towing in most cases. On top of all of it, you're going to get a $50 Visa gift card for each item donated, like RJ said, running or not. So make the call, 972-274 kids, 972-274-5437, or go to carsforkids.org, and remember, right off the car, not the kid.
Hey, Fans and Tolos, it is Troy Hughes, and it is almost time for Valentine's Day, but don't worry about it because I'm here to help you out. You and I both know what your lady wants, jewelry, and the best place to get jewelry that's affordable and high quality, Kendra Scott. They have affordable, high-quality jewelry that you can find at great price points. In fact, if you purchase over $100 or more at KendraScott.com, use the code word Dallas, and you get 20% off that purchase. So don't let stress take over Valentine's Day. Instead, be the hero of Valentine's Day when you shop at Kendra Scott.
How resolute are you in this new year? Some of you said, this is the year I'm going to refinance my debt. And you know what? Now is the time to get it done. Why? Because mortgage rates have fallen 0.75% since November. So it's time to get that refinance. Refinance your debt. Lower your rate. Lower your term with TexasLending.com. 972-387-4600. Or you can go online and apply with TexasLending.com. How far have rates fallen and how much can that help you? Hey, we saw rates in the mid-5s last year. Now I'm seeing back around 4.5 for a lot of 30-year mortgages. As a matter of fact, we're seeing 15-year mortgages back in the upper 3s again. Call TexasLending.com. See what you can qualify for at 972-387-4600. You can close a refinance in as fast as 10 days and get cash back in as fast as 15 days with TexasLending.com.
When you think mortgage, think TexasLending.com.
4100 Alpha Road, Suite 300, Dallas, Texas, 75244. And MLS number 137773. Equal housing lender.
Choose to love in any language with a Valentine's Day spa package from Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Buy a Valentine's Day spa package like our Serenity package, which includes a 50-minute massage and 50-minute signature facial, and receive a free massage or facial service gift card. Or save $10 on spa gift card purchases at guest pricing. Visit handandstone.com for details or your local Hand & Stone in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's handandstone.com. Restrictions apply.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by DFW Airport Parking. The top 7 at 7, and then your chance to win $1,000 at 7:16.
DFW Airport makes parking for air travel easy as a click with new prepaid parking online. Just click, park, and save up to 50%. Plus, use your toll tag to make parking even easier. Visit dfwairport.com/park.
This is Rangers manager Chris Woodward, and you're listening to the home of the Rangers, 105.3 The Fan, KRLD FM, and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth.
A radio.com station. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Turn it on, leave it on with Sean and RJ right here on The Fan.
Counting the hits from across the land. Top 7 at 7. 1.
And now a fake on the punt as it goes to Ezekiel Elliott, and Elliott up the left sideline across the 40 with a first down. The fake punt on 4th and 12 of the 46, and Ezekiel Elliott runs out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
We had this game called the Pro Bowl yesterday on your home of the NFL, 105.3 The Fan. This thing was a joke. Like, I don't even remember tuning in over the past few years and seeing them make as big a mockery of it as they did yesterday.
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, to not have, you're using offensive guys on defense, which that's kind of cool. And I'll be honest with you. If I was Jalen Ramsey, I'd want to play offense. If I was Zeke or,
Mike
Amari
Evans,
Cooper, Mike Evans,
I think.
Dude, I mean, that'd be fun. I feel really bad for the O-line guys. I mean, they're stuck doing O-line stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been if Tyra got out there under center to play quarterback, that'd have been cool, you know? But that's what this game's about. And then if you're taking this thing too seriously, what are you doing?
26-7, the AFC topped the NFC, and we were all paying attention to Kellen Moore calling the offensive plays for Jason Garrett. It was the Cowboys coaching staff. The NFC put up 148 yards of total offense. 148 yards. So that's it.
That's it.
That's
not a quarter, right?
That's not a quarter. In the Pro Bowl, they're not allowed to tackle.
No, it's touch. I mean, how many times we saw Dak running around and all of a sudden it was, oh, wait, he's down? He didn't get tackled.
Cowboys still not confirming anything when it has to do with the official play caller or the offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett skipped out on the media sessions throughout the entire week. But as RJ said to start the top 7 at 7 live here in Atlanta at the Super Bowl, don't put any stock in it. Don't put any stock in it. Troy and Choppy think that about 50% or more Cowboy fans are going to freak, thinking yesterday was some type of indicator over the play caller and offensive mind Kellen Moore would be. It's not. That whole thing is a joke. No one takes it seriously. You don't have any practice time. Don't worry about it.
So, remember how we said that Jason punted on a 4th down?
Yeah.
The NFC punted 4 times. The AFC did not punt. Why are you? First off, you should punt at least once. You named a punter to the Pro Bowl. Let him get out in the game and punt. Okay? Let him have one, at least, right? But other than that, go for it. What are you trying to play conservative for? Play. Just go. Go for a 4th down.
They were
let the kickers kick one time.
They were down 20-0, and Jason punted on 4th and 5, I think.
Yeah.
That's what the situation was. And Jason Witten was trending for all the wrong reasons. He thought that Eric Ebron was a teammate of Patrick Mahomes. He broke the MVP trophy afterwards. It was not a good Sunday for the Dallas Cowboys. Not a good Sunday at all.
Luka got around it in the lane, lobbed it up, deflection, Jordan slams it home. Will they give him the 10th assist?
That was the call on Fox Sports Southwest. We were all sitting there at karaoke watching the Luka show. Mavs fell to the Raptors 123-120, but Doncic did his thing, becoming the first teenager in NBA history to record multiple triple-doubles, 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Dennis Smith Jr. scored 13 to go along with 4 and 6. They had a lead here late in this game, but Toronto ends up winning. Luka and the Mavs will make their first trip to the Garden for their next game Wednesday night against the Knicks. This is all about Luka. Who cares that they lost?
Who cares if they lost? And the fact that Luka Doncic continues to go out there and impress us beyond what he's already done. I mean, what else can he do? And then he does it. We're all thinking to ourselves, this guy, I mean, he's already hit the eclipse. So he's eclipsed everything we possibly could have dreamed of in his first year. Well, oh no, he's just going to go and set this record. And he's going to set that record. And it would not surprise me one bit if he doesn't go to Madison Square Garden and have this epic game, which, as wrong as it may be, because it's crazy, because the Knicks stink and it's completely overrated, but that will raise his profile even more because, how did he play in the Garden?
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, it really works like that. And at least in the NBA circles, I'm not a bit surprised by what this kid's doing.
And now let's get him on the All-Star team with the reserves. That's going to be this week on Thursday, picked by the coaches. Luka putting on an electric show. All right, your first chance to win $1,000 is coming up in 8 minutes for Turning It On, Leaving It On. It's Sean, RJ, and Roy live from Radio Row in Atlanta on 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, Diamonds Direct, and the Fan Cam as well.
Brought to you by the Low T Center.
Tom Brady, in an ESPN interview, said there is a 0% chance that this is his last game on Sunday. He continues to say, I want to play. Quote, I've said that for a long time. I feel like I'm asked this a lot, and I feel like I repeat the same answer, but no one believes me. Close quote. And we're going to have media day, the circus and show that is, with Roy right in the middle of it later on tonight.
He's going to continue playing because they don't have another option.
Well, I think
and he wants to play.
To keep playing. Right. I don't think he should not worry about their options. It's whether he wants to play or not.
Right. If they had kept Jimmy and cut Tom, like as some of the reports were talking, like that Bill was like ready to go to Jimmy because he likes to cut guys a year early, then he'd still be playing somewhere else. He wouldn't have retired.
This is why the media sucks. We're terrible because we created this story that the guy's been telling us I want to play till 45 for years.
Yeah.
He's been telling us nonstop.
They'll tell him when he's no longer able to play.
And everyone wants to say, oh, this is the last game. This is his walk-off moment. It's a send-off. And then the Patriot dynasty is over if they lose. You're still picking them to win the AFC East next year. And if you're going to have a division champ, you're not going to pick against them. They're going to be one of your top 3 teams in the AFC. Shut up. It's a fake story.
Tom could retire, and they'd still be the favorites to win the division.
Yeah, right.
All right. And when Tom's there, then they're still the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
They're the favorites in Vegas.
Of course they are.
That's for sure.
They should be. Who's picking against them? At this point, are you going to pick against them?
Look, if I do, then the opposite will happen because I picked one playoff winner the entire postseason. It's embarrassing.
You watch too much football is your problem.
Thank you, Roy. The NFL is, oh my gosh. Can this story please die? Now we have the refs in the NFC Championship game, all from Southern California.
All of them. The whole lot of them from SoCal.
How does that happen?
I don't know. Bill Vinovich, who lives in Newport Beach, was paired with L.A. County resident Patrick Turner.
We tracked all this down.
As well as Dan Arnold and Todd Prukup, who live in Santa Barbara and Mission Viejo. Now, granted, Santa Barbara is past Ventura County. It's almost like halfway between LA and Sanford, not quite halfway, but it's on the way. So this lineup goes against the league's extensive list and checks and balances. However, the Saints both teams were given the list of referees on Monday.
Yes.
Had no complaints.
Yes.
They had no complaints about it.
Right.
Because being from Mission Viejo does not mean that you're a Rams fan.
Right.
Especially when said Rams have only been in town for 2 years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Unless these guys are Rams fans from the 40s.
Right.
Where
do we draw the line on that? In all seriousness, it doesn't look good that every single ref is from California. That doesn't look good. But where do we draw the line? Oh, the referee's aunt was a team employee, or they had a dog that we saw a Rams jersey on their dog that they dressed up.
California's the biggest state. Of course, a lot of referees are going to be from there. So there's a weird thing in the NBA. Philadelphia is the NBA's got a boatload of officials from Philadelphia. Very weird. No, I don't know why, but that's the officials' mecca.
Okay.
All right. I don't know why that is, but you've got an abundance of referees there. It makes sense that you're going to have a lot of Texas and California officials in football, and Florida. Those are the 3 biggest football states, and those are, I think, the 3 most populated states of the U.S. too. Chances are you're going to have guys from there. I don't know what the thing is. Have it just so they don't have played for the Rams. How about that one?
Go ahead, Troy.
I was about to say, the thing is, Bill Vinovich cannot get away from this. In fact, he was questioned once again about the Rams and Saints call a few days ago when he was reffing a BYU St. Mary's basketball game.
Oh.
What is an NFL ref doing Repping a basketball game.
Gene Steratore refs college basketball. He was the Des ref.
It's a multi-billion-dollar company, and you got guys that are working conference championship games. And in my spare time, I've got to go call Eastland against Austin P.
We're just doing it for the craft, Troy.
It's a great point and it's not the referee's fault. It's not the people's fault. It's the league's fault. Because they should make it a full-time position where they don't have to focus on any of this other stuff and make the extra income.
It's crazy.
The word is coming out that Alex Smith is gone for the Redskins for 2019, that the team would be surprised if he played, and the Steelers continue to assess potential trade partners for an Antonio Brown deal, with Antonio maybe even thinking about a return to Pittsburgh. That's the latest around the NFL.
That ball is swung on and hit high and deep to left field. Going back on it is Pham. Looking up, that ball out of here. Adrian Beltre with the home run.
Why did you pick that terrible call?
I had to call out the guy who's calling out me on Twitter last night.
I gotta hear about that.
Not just because people were like, hey, come see us in Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, I can't go because I have to stay here and fly the ship. And then Jared Sandler tweets out, how do you fly a ship? Well, it's a spaceship, Jared.
Oh, wow. You punched me in the face with aliens.
Yeah, USC education.
Rangers announced over the weekend they are retiring number 29. That, of course, is the jersey of Adrian Beltre. So that is going to take place with the Rangers. Number 29 will become the 5th number in Rangers team history to be honored like that. And the team says the ceremony will be held in June.
Okay.
Exact date to be determined. NHL All-Star Game took place over the weekend as the Metropolitan Division defeated the Stars Central Division.
If you could figure out the NHL All-Star Game format, it is I can't. It's not East-West. It's not Worlds versus USA.
It's West, East, and then the winners play in the third.
Exactly. What? It's crazy.
10-5 was the final score. Sidney Crosby took home MVP honors, scoring 4 goals, 4 assists.
Wow, it's a good night.
In the 2 periods that the Metro team won. The Stars resume their regular season play on Wednesday. All right, I'm sitting here trying to watch basketball and sports highlights, and these 2 golf nerds in the room.
Yeah.
KT and RJ making me watch this.
Right, because Justin Rose was amazing yesterday. 21 under, winning the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. Tiger Woods, and Sean and I were talking about this last night, laying in bed, cuddling up next to each other without any clothes on. We watched this, and Justin Rose wins, and Sean was like, watch, they'll play Tiger, his interview first. Tiger finished 11 shots back, by the way, and they played Tigers first. They did not even play Justin Rose. Justin Rose won the tournament, he's a megastar, did not even play his audio or his post interview. They just played Tiger. Jordan Spieth finished at 7 under.
But pretty good for Tiger.
Yeah, look, he's 10 under par. I know he's 11 shots back, but he's 10 under par.
And Novak Djokovic beat down Rafael Nadal to win the Australian Open. 3-set victory. Bam, bam, bam for Novak in Australia. Top 7 at 7 is your radio sports page every single morning at this time. Thank you guys for waking up with us, turning it on, leaving it on. One of the ways that we want to say thanks is by hooking you up with $1,000 right now. And then Mike Fisher, I don't think, is very happy with some of the Cowboy fans. Let's talk about what happened yesterday, what's going to happen down the road, and more praise for Luka, the one and only
Mike Fisher,
who's apparently coming out here to Atlanta. Next.
You're appreciated. You know what? The guys are partying up in the ATL. That's fine. I get to stay back here and do something cool. Give you a chance to win money. On DFW Sports Station 105.3 The Fan, you know what we like to do at 16 past the hour. That is give you a word that you then text to 72881 for your chance to win $1,000 in this national contest. And guess what? We do it every hour, 16 past the hour, starting right now. The word you need to know this hour is ICE. ICE. Man, thank you for giving us a short word. It's been a long weekend. ICE. ICE. Go ahead and text that right now to 72881 for your chance to win $1,000.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Bennett Skin here for All Pro Foundation Repair, who prides themselves on being the first foundation repair company to provide all forms of foundation repair. To make sure you get the best solution for you and your home, call 877-MEAN-GREEN. That's 877-632-6473. Or go to allprofoundationrepair.com.
RJ Choppy here for my good friends over at Zerez. How's your carpet? Is it clean? Is it environmentally safe and healthy for your home? You can get the RJ Choppy Fan Specials, an amazing offer for you. It's 3 rooms, pre-treated, cleaned and sanitized for $99 plus 100 square feet of tile clean, absolutely free. Great value from a locally owned and operated company based right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. You want to support that local DFW-based business. You could do that by getting your carpet professionally cleaned. You're going to have family and friends over, maybe for a Super Bowl party, a big game party. Who knows what's going to happen this week? Well, if you want to have that carpet looking clean, you got to get Zerez in the RJ Choppy Fan Special at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326 or ZerezDallas.com. Spelled backwards or forwards. It spells the same as Zerez.
Nothing says I love you like a diamond. For centuries and across cultures, it's remained the universal symbol of love, romance, and commitment. And at Diamonds Direct this Valentine's, we're making it easier than ever to celebrate your love with diamond jewelry she'll cherish for a lifetime. Join us February 4th through the 14th for our best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down on any purchase. Choose from a special expanded selection of the most romantic gifts: rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and bands. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. And yes, all engagement rings are included. So come on, make it an unforgettable day for her with a special gift that symbolizes your love and commitment like nothing else. It's Diamonds Direct Spectacular Valentine's Celebration with in-store appearances from top jewelry designers, an expanded selection including gifts as low as $200 and 5 years 0 interest financing on approved credit. February 4th through the 14th only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Preston Road and Cherry Lane.
Since we've had USAA, we've had 2 claims. We had an auto insurance claim and a homeowner's claim. The auto insurance claim, we were rear-ended, and my daughter was actually in the car when it happened. I called USAA. I downloaded the app, and from there on out, it was a very seamless process. They really understood, and they were actually concerned about my daughter's well-being and her safety.
From the moment he uploaded the photos to taking the damaged vehicle to the auto body and having a rental car there. USA understands the day-to-day life. This is our home. These are our cars. This is where we pick up our kids from school. This is how we get to work.
I feel USAA is very committed to getting you back on your feet. We're the Bakers and we're USAA members for life.
See how much you could save with USAA by bundling your auto and home insurance. Get a quote today.
Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Product membership eligibility and bundling savings restrictions apply and are subject to change. Members paid for their participation. United Services Automobile Association and its affiliate, San Antonio, Texas.
Join the KNC Masterpiece, that's us, for a special postseason live broadcast tonight from 7 to 11 p.m.
at the Owner's Box in the Omni Dallas Hotel at 555 Lamar Boulevard. Come hang with the KNC Masterpiece. Hey, hold on, that is us. And enjoy some great food and wash it down with a cold one. More info at 1053thefan.com.
Hey there, this is Dak Prescott.
Prescott keeps, pylon, touchdown.
Have you heard? There's a new way for you to save money on groceries. Now you can choose to redeem your rewards at Albertsons and Tom Thumb for fuel or cash discounts on groceries.
Wow!
Sign up for Just For You and save up to $300 weekly in addition to earning rewards.
Dak back to throw, looking and staring. He's got a man wide open, left side of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Albertsons and Tom Thumb, official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Gavin Dawson with some special news from my friends at D&M Leasing, even though the feds are raising interest rates. I gave D&M a call and got them to do something special for our listeners. D&M's lowering interest rates for 2019, and they're offering the listeners no down payment and 60 days until your first payment. Ask for the G-Bag Nation special to get this extra low rate for our listeners. Any make, any model. Mileage forgiveness comes standard on every easy lease. Call D&M Leasing today at any local area code in 35 LEASE or visit dmautoleasing.com. If you're financing your vehicle for more than 48 months, you're doing it wrong.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by UA Local 100. Mike Fisher is up next.
Drew Pearson here for UA Local 100. If you are in the piping trades and wanting to earn more money, receive excellent health benefits for you and your family, and a good pension for retirement, contact UA Local 100 now at 972-489-9972 or at ualocaldfw.com.
It's a Fan Football Reaction Monday, brought to you by carsforkids.org, supporting the Texans Can Academies.
And this segment of The Fan is also brought to you by Albertsons, Tom Thumb, and our good friend Mark Rubin at Rubin & Associates. 1-800-LAWYERS. If you're facing foreclosure or repossession, IRS, credit card, or medical debt, you don't have to face it alone. With one simple confidential phone call to Mark Rubin, he'll get you back living life again. It's Mark Rubin. Rubin & Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS.
How the heck is Mike Fisher allowed to come on out here?
Man,
Are the Cowboys playing in this game?
I do not believe they are.
Are the Mavericks playing Atlanta today?
I do not believe they are.
Got the text message from Mike Fisher. Boys, I'm rolling into town. Where to party at? Sean, RJ, and Roy live from Radio Row Day 1 in Atlanta at the Super Bowl. Brought to you by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, Diamonds Direct, and we have the Fan Cam live and active.
And that's brought to you by the Low T Center.
Mike Fisher, is this true? Can you confirm this report that you are coming out here?
I saw the pictures of sad Bassick and sleeping KT.
Yeah.
And I just realized that the trip just started and already needs a boost. So I will be there tonight and trying to energize the team.
Whoa, you're going to be here tonight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. How are you going to get here so fast?
Nobody knows.
Amazing. Wow.
Very impressive.
I'm in contact with the White House trying to see if there's any possible way to fly safely.
Well, look, Fish is a good time. So I can vouch for that. We'll go out and we'll have fun. What, Roy?
This is the way you said that. Fish, he's a good time.
He's a good time.
He'll take you for a good time. Take you for a ride.
He is a good time. Fish, did you have a good time watching the Pro Bowl yesterday?
I did not watch the Pro Bowl for the 27th consecutive year.
Okay. You were commenting on it?
I watched it on Twitter.
Okay.
And again, I peeked over there, but I just, my personal.
Mike, real quick, I'm going to ask you our poll question today. Ready? Yeah. Did 20% of Cowboy fans legitimately freak out that Kellen Moore can't call plays, or did 70%?
20%, but it's a vocal, loud, on social media, 20%, and they're led by some of our media brothers and sisters who are just as stupid. we're so embarrassing. It wasn't even a practice game. It was a walkthrough with Ezekiel Elliott playing quarterback, punt team blocking back, and defensive end. And my question for Cowboy fans who are freaking out is, so had the Garrett Kellen Moore offense yesterday, had it scored 37 points, would you going, oh, baby, we're in the money now? Would it have made a difference?
I don't know.
If Saquon Barkley would have rushed for 200 yards yesterday, would we going, man, oh man, that Kellen Moore offense? They're running wildcat with Zeke. They're running fake punts with Zeke. It looked like it was funny and creative to me, but the only bearing it has on the 2019 NFL season is that it's a tiny tip of where we think we're going with who's going to be the play caller, and that looks obviously like it's Kellen Moore. Otherwise, it's just not significant. Tank didn't get a sack yesterday. Uh-oh. You know what that means about Chris Richard and Ron Marinelli?
It's amazing that he didn't watch any of it, and he still could tell what people were talking about.
Of course. I mean, he did the same thing when he was working with The Legends.
Yeah.
He watched the second of the game, and he was just somehow doing color commentary on it.
Yeah, you think that Tony Romo can predict plays. He's got nothing on me.
All right, so Fish, what are they going to do? You think that this is an obvious sign that Kellen Moore will indeed call the plays, or was just a little, Garrett tryout?
I think it's the beginning of a tryout that will end with Kellen Moore calling the plays. I suppose you could now go and start OTAs and say, okay, Kellen, you had your turn. Now, Doug Nussmeier, you take a day. And then the next day, John Kitna, you take a day. And then, but I don't think that makes much sense. I think there's an understanding that this would be the preferred way to do it, to have Kellen Moore be the offensive coordinator and the play caller, to have Doug Nussmeier maybe have a fancier title. Maybe he can be the passing game coordinator and the tight ends coach, unless you want to hire Jason Witten, who clearly could do a better job at something else than what he's doing now. And then John Kitna as the quarterback coach. I don't think it's locked in, And I remind us again of that fateful day at OTAs one time out on the track when Jason and Jerry were both talking about play calling, both giving different answers at the same time at OTAs. So we've got some time to figure it out, but I think Kellen Moore is going to be the pivotal guy.
Speaking of giving answers or not giving answers, Jason hasn't, like, is that normal to not speak at all at Pro Bowl week as the coach?
It is the first time in Pro Bowl history that a Pro Bowl coach didn't speak to the media. And the reason there's no rule against it is who would have ever thought that a Pro Bowl coach wouldn't speak to the media?
Right.
The Pro Bowl traditionally is where the head coach of the Cowboys goes and coaches in it and eats a hot dog on the sideline. Salute Barry Switzer. That's how lighthearted this is supposed to be. And so I guess there's kind of three working theories on what's going on with Jason Garrett. One, he didn't speak to the media because he has still got a rash from being caught in the Sean and RJ trap. And he stumbled into your trap that morning when you asked him a perfectly innocent but smart and necessary question about the future of Scott Linehan.
Well, Scott's going to be here for a long time.
He gave a ridiculously wrong answer.
Yeah.
And he had to know it was ridiculously wrong. He knew. If the rest of us knew Scott was on thin ice, so what, Garrett didn't know? So he gave you the wrong answer for reasons that I cannot grasp. And we asked him about it later in the day after the Cowboys had spent the entire day Michael Jackson moonwalking. And he almost made it sound like he was, well, I was watching film and the phone rang and I got caught off guard. You got caught off guard by the most obvious question you knew was coming, Jason. And somehow, instead of giving your usual friendly, smiling, red ball robot non-answer, you gave a newsy answer.
Yep.
Why would you do that?
This is also where I'm sure all teams do this. This is where the Cowboys just make things
more
difficult for themselves. This whole thing is so stupid. Like, all Jason had to do was talk at the Pro Bowl and say, guys, we're assessing it. We haven't made a decision. We're going to make a decision, and we'll tell you. But rather than hide and not talk as the NFC coach, like, it's just so stupid.
Well, they did
it's
the
so
same
silly.
thing.
It's so cowboy.
Fish, I bet you remember this too. They did the same thing in 2008. They refused to name the starting cornerback. It was going to be Skandrick or Mike Jenkins. They refused. They just let it play out. So they never had to make an announcement on it. We're all wondering at camp, who's going to be the starting cornerback? They never gave an answer. And then all of a sudden, one day, this guy's just starting. But they never announced it. That's how they get out of these things.
Yeah, you make it a sillier deal by doing it this way. Now, Jerry would wink at you and say, yeah, I know, but we're also making it a bigger deal.
Yeah, and he's like, they're talking about us, aren't they?
It's the talk of the town in the off season when it's not, it's not that important. I mean, it's going to be somebody, and it's probably going to be Kellen Moore. But here we are talking about it, and Jerry's winking all the way to the bank over it all. Now, here's another theory on Jason. This is the innocuous one. Boys, I just don't have anything to say. We don't know what we're going to do. That's not a good enough answer, but that could be going through his head. But then here's the third one. What if he's miffed?
Oh, no contract and play calling duties taken away? Which one do you think he'd be? Well, he'd be more upset, I guess, about the contract, right? Or both?
Well, I don't know whose idea it first was that he might call plays. I believe that the reason Chris Mortensen wrote it, and he's wrong. God bless Chris Mortensen, but obviously he's wrong. He didn't get that from Jason. He got that from Jerry. So Jerry must have thrown that out there. Now, maybe it was Jason's idea. Hey, I'd like to call my own plays. I want to put my hands on the steering wheel of my own ship.
Right.
And then maybe the Joneses, Will McClay, Garrett got to talking, and they said no. Maybe that rubbed him the wrong way. Maybe the fact that it's all out there dangling at all rubs him the wrong way. Or maybe that extension that he was almost guaranteed to get 4 months ago hasn't happened yet. And maybe the reason it hasn't happened yet is because there is no guarantee you're going to get a contract extension. You already have a guarantee. The guarantee is your existing contract. And the combination of those three things might be why Jason Garrett did an unprecedented violation of a non-rule. That next year, by the way, at the Pro Bowl will be a rule.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We're going to have to make a rule that the coaches have to talk, which is unbelievable. Just like in the regular season, as you guys know, they do the press conferences. Jason does those press conferences not because he wants to.
He has
it's
to.
the law.
Yeah.
That Bill Belichick say, they do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday press conferences, and they have to. But you don't have to at the Pro Bowl. So Jason Garrett, probably because he's a little bit miffed, chose not to.
Mike Fisher, buyersafety.com hotline, soon to be Atlanta Super Bowl teammate as he's flying out here tonight, joining us on Sean and RJ.
I'll tell you what, since you have an extra teammate, I get Fish because I have one less player on my team.
I have an extra teammate?
Yeah.
Man, you
What
can't
is the
have
team?
Man, we'll talk about it coming up next. I'm getting crushed in the hangout cool points. My team is letting me down.
I'll pick you up, son.
Fish, better broadcasting career, Jason Witten or Emmitt Smith?
Oh God! Why'd you do that?
All right, you take over. You take over Intercom tomorrow. You have to hire one.
Oh my God!
Which one, Chop?
Oh,
Wit.
I would hire Pat Smith, Emmett's wife.
Man, that's a good question.
Professional actress, but here's why. She's got 20 years of training in how to do this. Emmett had 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And Witten had 20 hours. And I felt sorry for Emmett because ESPN literally, they threw him a jacket, turned on the camera at a golf tournament. And that was his introduction to, I'm now a broadcaster for ESPN. And he had zero training. Jason Witten, I know, worked at this. And I know Brad Sham was among the people that helped him to get to where he could go. But if you want a visual metaphor, not only for everything that's wrong with Jason Witten's broadcasting year, but everything that's wrong with the NFL, go watch Jason Witten's trophy presentation again, where he goes to pick up this obviously very bottom-heavy trophy, and he picks it up by the top, and he breaks it right in half. And the AFC award-winning guys who are supposed to get the trophy, their eyes pop out of their head.
Jamal Adams is like, oh.
Was it bottom-heavy because of the wood? You think that gave it away?
Well, it's as cheap and cheesy as the Pro Bowl itself. But the problem, the underlying problem here, if you were a well-oiled machine and you prepared for everything, and I don't mean to blame Witten here. It's just weird that in his career as a football player, there was no stone unturned, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you practice the trophy ceremony if you were on national television?
No, I don't think I'd assume the trophy was going to come apart.
Who practices a trophy presentation? This isn't the Oscars.
It is the Oscars for Jason Witten. And he's about ready to move from getting an Oscar to getting a Razzie.
Fish. They told Jason to go present that trophy 38 seconds before he presented the trophy.
Fish, real quick. How fun was Luka last night?
Yeah, but what keeps getting in the way. This is the greatest teenager in the history of the NBA, and now it's not even close statistically. Now he's surpassed LeBron as the excitement and the fun, and by gosh, put him in the All-Star game, and not just in this. He'll be in the skills competition. Dirk will be there in the 3, and Junior will be there in the slam dunk contest. But showcase him because this league, every league needs a Luka. But along with it, Rick, if you're listening. For gosh almighty, you now have the worst starting lineup in basketball in terms of one loss and the worst starting lineup in basketball in the advanced stats of plus minus, which isn't all that advanced. And the Mavericks are extremely loaded in the world of advanced stats. They know all about it. They were ahead of everybody else, very avant-garde. And then Rick must be crumpling up the piece of paper and throwing it in the trash can because Wes Matthews and Harrison Barnes continuing to start together are driving this team's record into the dirt. When Maxi Kleba and Dorian Finney-Smith, one of them or both of them, an insert in the starting lineup by the numbers would be the turnaround. Instead, where the Mavericks are heading now is a different kind of Mark Cuban treadmill of mediocrity. They're going to end up in the lottery, but with no pick. That's the treadmill of less than mediocrity.
Have a safe trip. Look forward to seeing you tonight.
Beer me.
Mike, wrong show. You idiot. Mike Fisher, buyersafety.com hotline. When we come back, fan karaoke, starring this one and that one from the afternoon. We apologize to your ears in advance. You got to hear this to start off your Monday. Next.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's our first day from Radio Row. The Nation will be rocking and rolling from 10 to 3, and we'll have all the top headlines from pro football and Atlanta in around the NFL at 11 o'clock. Nation 10 to 3 on the Fan.
Polos, wake up. It's Monday. It's time to start your week. It's time to get smart about real estate in North Texas. We do that, of course, with the help of the Cannon team. There's that Cannon boom. And here's Christy Cannon. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning. Happy Monday. We've got a lot happening in the Metroplex right now. Usually we see a much larger volume of homes coming on in the spring, but I'm seeing it right now. We have a lot of homeowners who are getting their homes ready early this year, getting their homes on the market. So if you're a buyer, you need to start paying attention on what's happening out there. There are some amazing opportunities. And on the flip side, if you're a seller, start looking at getting your home on the market, because you do not want to be competing against the spring summer market when there's a lot more inventory out there. Supply and demand, remember. So let us know what we can do for you to help you out now.
Christy, how do you help us with that?
Call us, text us, look us up, 469-951-9588, or go to CannonTeamHomes.com.
Hey, what's going on, fans and Tolos? It is Troy Hughes. Great time this past weekend at Fan Bowl 2019, hanging out with you guys. But you know what I enjoyed the most is talking to people that came up to me and said, hey, I love listening to you tell stories and talk about your family and all the activities you do. And it's really awesome to me, but also it's cool that they understand that when I'm having to do all these activities and everything around the Metroplex, I need to get around in something. That's why I want to talk to you about Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep, because right now I'm driving the 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus. Like I always talk about, I have a wife, I have 3 kids, I have 2 dogs. All of us were piled up in that ride yesterday, and it was great. And you can actually find that right now at Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep for under $22,000. Fantastic SUV to look at. But if you're looking for something else, another new or used ride from Platinum, you've got the 2018 Dodge Journey SXT, that under $20,000. The truck of the year, according to Motor Trend, the 2019 Ram 1500, the quad cab V6 Tradesman version, under $24,000. Go see this and much more by just going east of the Metroplex to Terrell and checking out Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep. You can see the website, PlatinumCDRJTexas.com right now, or drive a little further to save a lot more at Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep.
Did the words bezel and pave leave you feeling confused? We get it. Not everyone speaks diamond, but at Hellsberg, we do. Our diamond experts can help you customize an engagement ring that's just right, and we'll explain all the fancy words along the way. No pressure and no judgment. Hellsberg Diamonds, a Berkshire Hathaway company.
Valentine's Day is Thursday, February 14th. Make it the best one ever and pop the question with the perfect ring from Hellsberg Diamonds.
Looking for ways to save with your Medicare plan? Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans nationwide, which could mean lower copays for you. So bring your prescriptions to a Walgreens pharmacy today to start saving. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Walgreens participates as a preferred network pharmacy with United Healthcare, Cigna HealthSpring, and Express Scripts Medicare. For a complete list of available plans, please contact 1-800-MEDICARE. TTY users should call 1-877-486-2048. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or consult www.medicare.gov. Other pharmacies are available in our network.
Get up first thing, smoke a cigarette before lunch, after lunch. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of feeling like I've lost about 4 hours of every day. I decided I needed to find an alternative. So I started looking, and then Juul came up. I did both for a while. Eventually I just switched over, and it's very quick.
Mimi made the switch July 2015. Make the switch at JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Our coverage of Radio Row from Atlanta is presented by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53. And you can watch us on our Low T Center fan cam at 1053thefan.com/fancam.
Hey DFW, Fitness Connection is having their grand opening celebration at the new Watauga location at 8428 Denton Highway. Join us this Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. for free class demos, food, and a chance to win free TVs, gym memberships, and more. Visit fitnessconnection.com for details.
This is Casey Smith, head athletic trainer of your Dallas Mavericks. Nutrition is extremely important for professional athletes, and at the Mavs, we take nutrition very seriously, which is why I am excited to announce that Soda Weight Loss is the official nutritional weight loss partner of the Dallas Mavericks. I met with Soda's doctors and staff, and their habit-changing program aligns with my belief that effective weight loss begins with a focus on changing your mindset about how, when, and why you eat certain foods. They have 7 local nutritional facilities, an amazing staff, well over 1,000 online reviews, and tremendous results for their clients. Now you too can feel what it's like to have professional nutritional support including a plan, goals, support, and accountability, just like the pros. Take 5 minutes today and go to sotaweightloss.com, SOTA weightloss.com, or call 800-555-6521. Soda Weight Loss. It's state of the art.
Nothing goes better with cold weather than cold hard cash. Your next shot at $1,000 happens at 16 past the hour on 105.3 The Fan.
And this segment of Sean and RJ is brought to you by Dallas Truck World. Tons of great vehicles available, sizes to fit any budget. Go check them out online at DallasTruckWorld.com.
My brother just texted me. He's watching on the fan cam, 1053thefan.com/fan cam. And he's saying, you're laughing a lot today. And that's because...
That's good. That's good. Laughter's contagious, boys.
How dare we?
And that's because we have done a ton of things already in about 12 hours here in Atlanta at the Super Bowl. We almost got thrown out of our hotel. Thanks to Ben Rogers and Tim Collins. We have been having karaoke sessions.
We went to two different dinners. Not dinners, one late lunch and a late dinner.
Yeah.
Which I hate those super late dinners. I can't.
You were a little bit being a little bit of a lunch pain yesterday.
Well, it was 4:00.
Well, what were we supposed to do?
I
we had no other option.
I would have waited and I would have had a early dinner. That's me.
Okay.
You would have waited. You would have foregone a meal altogether and just had us drink for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well, no one forced you to. We weren't screaming.
No,
throwing food down your throat for lunch.
Look, I went. I was happy to go. I was just saying if it was my choice.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
But here's my issue is I'm going to get all three company meals. It's
We never get all three. We only get two in general because
no, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, you still get that breakfast?
Yeah.
That breakfast could be 2 p.m.
If they're not going to let us expense internet on the plane to do our show prep, I'm going to get every meal.
Very good.
Even if I just throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
It's out of principle.
Right.
I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
So yesterday, I know that it was bad timing for lunch and dinner, but I'm going to use that company card.
Right. So we found this 24-hour karaoke spot. It's 24/7. They run karaoke,
which I don't understand from an operating cost standpoint. From a
thanks, Shark Tank.
Like how that they can keep that going. People are stepping in there at 6 a.m. People are stepping in there at 10 a.m. to do some karaoke.
You know, RJ was right in that this is very similar to Dallas so far.
Oh, it's
downtown Dallas.
It's identical.
Downtown Dallas.
In that it was like naked late at night.
Downtown Dallas, not happening. Not a happening scene.
Right. Everything's in Uptown.
Yeah.
And then here in Atlanta, everything is in this place called Buckhead.
Yeah.
Which is like 10 or 15 minutes north of town.
So everyone was raving about this karaoke place. You got to go here. You got to go here. Our server, you got to go here. And I'm like, this is the best Atlanta has to offer. This is what everyone's telling us to go to. This place, this sucks. This is a KT Kavanaugh special.
Now, fun is what you're making, Sean. And we made fun. We made it fun last night.
We did make it fun.
We made it fun.
We did.
So right now,
but you're right. This is not your type. This definitely skews much more to Jeff and KT's type of establishment.
You're a Buckhead guy. If we go to Buckhead, you'll have fun there. It's much more your style, your speed.
Okay. So KT was like, since I'm the leader and I want everyone to go to this place, I'm going to step up. So KT goes and puts in the first karaoke request. And
he won't tell us what it is. We ask him, what song are you going with? Like a classic, something to match your tones.
And how about this?
Maybe a little Modest Mouse.
How about this?
Or a little polyphonic.
Idiot karaoke leader. Like I've never seen some. People have lined up requests, okay? Kavanaugh's put one in.
Yeah.
Roy put one in.
Yeah, we know why he does his job.
Choppy put one in. Ben put one in. There's plenty of people who have submitted their songs that they want to sing, except this freaking loser, this attention whore, has to sit there and he performs every other song.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, pick RJ Choppy's name. Yo, right after this. And then he goes up there and performs.
Yeah. And I loved when he'd come out on the mic and be like, hey, we got any metal people in the building? And no one responded. And he's like, Oh, well, screw it. I'm going anyway.
And he busts out with Metallica. And I love Metallica.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, so I love Metallica, even though Troy, he sang Whiskey in the Jar, which
that's not Metallica.
That's a cover.
That's a cover
of a song from like the 1300s.
Yeah.
But still a very good song. I thought they did a very good job with it. He did a good job with it too. But nobody wants to hear this guy sing every other song.
Especially when the people are lined up to sing.
Literally every other song he sang.
Yeah. Shut up, turn your mic off, and go sit and hit play.
Yeah.
And watch the real people perform.
The real stars.
When I went up there to sing, he told me.
And you and KT were that. You were stars.
He told me, he goes, here's the microphone. I'll turn it on when it's about time for you to start singing.
Oh, this guy cut it on and off real quick.
Yeah, he goes, you can't talk, can't say. And he goes, and I'm going to play this other video. It's going to take a minute before you're done.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, dude.
Yeah.
And it was some old fart strumming a guitar.
Yeah.
So I was just like, whatever.
All right. So KT started it off. KT does have a musical background. You judge what type of background it's led to. KT, karaoke, hit it.
I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight. Show me how you want it to
That's
be.
all of us.
Tell me, baby, what I need to know. We'll be back. I know that this is killing me.
Oh, God.
I still believe give me a sign. Give me one more time.
All right.
Oh, it's so good.
So
I like it.
He had background singers. It was Choppy, Ben, Roy, Kavanaugh, myself, and our web guy, Josh Clark.
You know, I'm ashamed to say, not ashamed, but embarrassed. My biggest regret in life is that when I was in Vegas at the Planet Hollywood, that I did not go see Britney when she had residency there.
Oh,
what?
I remember I went and saw.
Yeah, you did.
I took my wife to go see Britney 2 years ago during Super Bowl weekend.
Oh,
I was husband of the decade for doing that.
Huge regret. Big time Britney fan. I love Brit.
But then
Toxic's your best song.
Then Choppy gets up there. And the only way he could top KT coming out with that boom punch in the face of entertainment is the dance moves and the movement. And let me tell you.
Oh, man, it's the funniest thing. It's like watching him in the gym on a workout, and you know by the third minute, it's like he's winded down. This is a superset. This is a superset that RJ Choppy was rocking, and he wasn't quite sure if he was going to make it all the way through.
I thought I had a heart attack halfway through this thing.
Y'all got to watch the video.
Oh,
I put
my
it
God.
up 1053 SS on Twitter.
I was on Burnout Factor at the end.
I put it on Facebook and Instagram everywhere. And Choppy, he burned calories while hitting his karaoke song. Let's do it.
Wake up in the morning feeling like he did. Grab my glass out the door, about to hit this secretary. I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle.
I'll be.
I leave for the night. I ain't coming back. Everyone,
Hang on, stop. Everyone, let's go.
The everyone is the everyone. So he's running up and down this bar. He walks up to go, everyone, and like he's getting everyone to try to chime in.
He's stalking women like back to their seat, like not in a creepy way, but just singing like inches behind their head and then walking with them as they're walking back to his seat. And then when they turn around, he'd turn around and act like he wasn't even there. It was really, really funny. It was an entertaining show.
All right, let's go ahead and pick this back up after Choppy tries to get all 9 people in the bar involved.
with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. Everyone, come on. Thank you, my
Oh, no, you didn't.
I
man.
have so much respect for you guys.
Oh man,
no shame.
I appreciate that. Just wait until
not worried about it.
Just wait till we go back. Roy and I have a little surprise planned.
Oh, we're going back?
Yes.
Oh, we're definitely going back to that karaoke bar. That place was bumping, and we ran it.
We did. We ran it. We have a
ran
little
the
surprise
show.
planned
People in
for
there. I
you.
like to go somewhere where there's actually people there.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. So then we left. And Ben was like nervous. Now Ben is the what is his style?
His style?
Yeah, the coffee nods.
The coffee nods.
Oh, he's a freestyle.
Freestyle.
He's a freestyler.
He's a free. Look at KT's hair.
Jeez.
Y'all get on this webcam.
Oh my
for real.
God, get in front of this thing.
Get on
Come
this
here,
webcam.
Kevin. Look at this webcam.
KT, the star that we're talking about, has just entered the building, but Ben looked hesitant.
Oh, that's a wig.
Ben looked hesitant.
Okay,
because it wasn't freestyle. It was more karaoke. But Kevin Turner sitting down with us from the Ben and Skin Show, Roy White's roommate, 1053thefan.com/fan camp.
And y'all sweet mate. We're sweet mates. We're bunk mates.
Kev, throw that on real quick here. How late did y'all stay out with the karaoke? And did Ben end up performing? He looked hesitant because it wasn't freestyle.
We're on the air.
We're on the air. Look at that way.
How late did we stay out?
Ooh.
Well, get this. The bar shut down at midnight. Now it's going to be.
Oh, so fake news about that 24-hour.
Well, it's going to be. Yeah, it was fake news. It's 3 a.m. the rest of the week, though. But the Sunday night, shut it down at midnight. Now, you guys missed. Have you played RJ's Cut yet? I was listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben got some karaoke in last night, too.
Oh, man.
Was it good?
He did not know all of the words, but the first verse was great.
What song?
He did I Like Big Butts. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He didn't know all the words.
Once it got
I think 8-year-olds know all the
Well,
words.
True.
I don't know, man. For every song, you can pretty much find it. It does get difficult on verse 2 and 3. So verse 2, he just didn't know it, and he just started freestyling. He couldn't help.
Oh,
It just-
not that guy.
Was it a good freestyle?
It not only he was flowing, and it had all the ladies on the dance floor.
Oh,
but it also led to him walking away halfway through the song.
Oh,
but I think it lit a fire under him to go do a little research, find a couple songs he can do, learn the lyrics.
He looked me in the face. He goes, "I've never done karaoke." Ben Rogers,
Ben,
that's a singer.
He's a performer.
He's a performer.
He's an entertainer.
Boy, and we've been doing karaoke since our days back in Oxnard with Jane Slater. Like, we've been doing karaoke for a long time.
So, did Kavanaugh sing?
No.
Did you get audio, Ben?
No.
Oh, KT. Good work, KT.
Dad's drunk.
All right.
He has one for me.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is coming up right now. And let's have a little cowboy quarterback debate. Should this guy have been even better? He got called out over the weekend. We'll talk about it with Kevin Turner next.
Actually, your chance to win $1,000 is not right now. That's coming up next hour. 8:16, 16 past the hour. Your chance to win $1,000 on DFW Sports Station 105.3 The Fan. But you know what? Don't worry. I'm going to hook you guys up. How would you guys like concert tickets right now? Caller 10, 877-881-1053. Third Eye Blind, Jimmy Eat World, Toyota Music Factory, Friday, July 26th. You can buy tickets at livenation.com or win them right now. Caller number 10, 877-881-1053.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
From the Super Bowl in Atlanta, I'm Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, and it's time to lower the boom on the NHL. First, I'll say the league deserves credit for including a couple of members of the U.S. women's national team in Friday night's All-Star Skills competition in San Jose. But Brianna Decker of Team USA did more than just demonstrate the premier passing skills competition as she was asked to do. She outright won it. Nonetheless, the league stubbornly awarded first place prize to Leon Draisaitl and refused to comment on his second place time. However, the Edmonton Oilers years forward, graciously conceded, noting, "She beat me. Wow, that's really impressive. Good for her." Memo to Commissioner Gary Bettman. Had this been an NBA event, I guarantee you Adam Silver would have been thrilled to ante up. On Saturday, hockey equipment manufacturer CCM said it would pay Decker the $25,000 she deserves, and I salute them for doing it. I'm Boomer Esiason.
CBS Sports Radio.
Now's the time to get those home projects done so you can relax and watch the big game. Let Home Advisor help you out. Whether it's a minor repair or a major remodel, just tell Home Advisor what you need and get connected with the best pros for the job. You can read customer reviews, check project cost guides to see what others are paying, and book appointments with pros online, all for free. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app so you can relax for the big game.
Discount travel sites say they have the best prices, but Hilton.com has the price match guarantee. Look me in the eye. If you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off. Yeah, well, this is radio, so just stare at the radio. Hilton.com has the best prices. Pinky swear. Or, radio swear. Plus, you can choose your exact room and get free Wi-Fi. Cross my heart, stick a needle in my radio. Expect better. Expect Hilton.
Must be a Hilton Honors member. Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com. Pinky swear.
Hey, what's going on, fans and Tolos? It is Troy Hughes. Don't freak out. I know you're looking at your calendar. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, but I'm here to help you out, courtesy of Kendra Scott. Yeah, put that name into your phone, Kendra Scott. And trust me, if your wife finds another woman's name in your phone and it's Kendra Scott, she ain't going to be mad. All right? Affordable, high-quality jewelry. That's what she wants for Valentine's Day, and that's what you can find with Kendra Scott. All different price points, and right now, check out the special. 20% off your purchase of $100 or more by using the code word Dallas. Now, you can use that code word at kendrascott.com or in one of their multiple stores in the Metroplex. Use that code word Dallas and be the hero of Valentine's Day when you shop at Kendra Scott.
Well, the new year is here and you have all the debt. Now you got to get it refinanced. That's why TexasLending.com is here. Get a cashback refinance with TexasLending.com. For nearly 2 decades, we've been closing cashback refinances, and we are experts at getting them done. We can close that loan as fast as 12 days, and you can get cash out as fast as 15 days. Call TexasLending.com today, 972-387-4600, or go online and apply with TexasLending.com.
4100 Alpha Road, Suite 300, Dallas, Texas, 75244. And MLS number 137773, Equal Housing Lender.
Can I talk to you about Mark Rubin and 1-800-Lawyers? Because this guy is great. He is a miracle worker. It is why he is amongst the official lawyers of the Tolo. Mark Rubin, 1-800-Lawyers. And what it comes down to is getting you to enjoy life again. Financial stress, it may have become overwhelming in 2018. Go pick up a phone and call Mark Rubin right here. 1-800-Lawyers. Mark's a Tolo. He's been with us since the very beginning of the Fan. 10 years running. Maybe you overspend over the holidays. Maybe 2019 is the year you want to get your credit back in order. Call Mark Rubin. Yeah, if you left 2018, you feel that weight of crushing debt. Make sure you don't carry that with you into 2019. It's bad for your health. So life is already too short to be stressed out about money. You call Mark Rubin, 1-800-Lawyers. He's going to allow you to relax and focus on the good things. And 2019 is going to be a life-changing year for you. 1-800-Lawyers, the official lawyers of the Tolo. Mark's helped thousands of us over the years get on their feet financially. He can help you too at 1-800-Lawyers, DallasTexasLegal.com.
RJ Chop here. You're probably going to have a party for the big game. At the very least, you're going to have food and fun with you and your family. Something's getting spilled. Guacamole dip, salsa, wine, who knows, soda, doesn't matter. It's still going to get trapped and embedded deep in the carpet fibers. You're going to want to get it cleaned up the clean way, the green way, the Zero-Res way with the patented empowered water system. No soaps, no chemicals when you use Zero-Res, just empowered water, cleaner, greener technology. Safer, healthier for your home. RJ Choppy Fan Special. 3 rooms, pre-treated, clean, and sanitized. $99 plus 100 square feet of tile clean, absolutely free. Great value, locally owned and operated. You want to get that local treatment, and you can do so with Zero-Res. And if you're not having a big game party, you're going somewhere else, why not get on the schedule? Just get it cleaned anyway. Because it's Mountain Cedar time, man. RJ Choppy Fan Special. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326 or ZeroResDallas.com. Spell backwards or forwards. It spells the same as Zero-Res.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
A radio.com station. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Turn it on, leave it on with Sean and RJ right here on The Fan.
Next chance to win $1,000 is coming up in 15 15 minutes. It's the morning show starting off our Super Bowl coverage brought to you by Twin Peaks, Bud Light. In the Diamonds Direct hot seat is KT Fun Tweets Kevin Turner with his awesome hair, and he's staring right into the fan cam.
Which is brought to you by the Low T Center.
All right, we have so much stuff to get to as Kevin is sitting down with us. When's Skin getting here, by the way?
Great question. It's a great question. I have no idea.
Fish might get here before Skin.
Fish is on the way?
Fish is
I'm just kidding. I heard that.
I don't know why he's coming, but he's coming.
Well, man, I'm going to do my show on your station. I'm going to sit in with you all week.
He will sit down here for hours.
I mean, Roy, you might as well not even come to work. You might as well just go home. He's completely taking over your chair.
Yeah. If you can do what I can do.
So Skin is called the Mavs game, and he's on a flight this morning?
I think so. Yeah, I think he had a flight early. In fact, he was tweeting.
He was tweeting this morning when we were on the air.
Yeah, tweeting some shocking stuff this morning about not getting any sleep. I mean, I'm telling you, the day he put in on Friday is insane. Flying in from Miami, 6:30.
Oh yeah, flying from Miami's terrible.
Did the show, and then Mavs, and then Mavs post game. Lives in Allen. And I'm telling you, man, the guy put in a real hard day.
Did he happen to mention about not working on Thursday because he was on a vacation in Miami?
Well, that was a day full of drinking.
Yeah. Oh,
so hung over on Friday. That tough one, man.
It was tough. So Skin will be coming in here today, and your colleague, our coworker, Ben Rogers,
the redraft 1 seed.
Right now, he's the 1 seed. Ben Rogers and KT said it. Stopped us from getting thrown out of the hotel when we showed up. First off, if you want to take a moment to brag about Team RJ.
Look, I mean, my two draft picks, KT and Ben, are picks number 1 and 2 right now. They're the 1 and 2 seed in this whole thing. I essentially got Zeke and Dak while everyone else drafted Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened.
Yeah.
You had the choice to pick me or Skin after you had Ben, and you said, "I think I'm going to take KT."
Yeah,
and that leap of faith inspired me to go to places I'd never gone before.
See, this is what leadership does. This is what leadership does.
Like Atlanta, it was their first time in Atlanta. You shouted that out yesterday.
But Choppy's Choppy's faith, because if Choppy didn't do that, Choppy would have had Ben and Skin on his team. And I think everyone would be like, "Well, Sean and Roy, and KT and Jeff, they hang out and all that stuff."
Yeah,
but done that. Man, I don't know how much you're going to get out of the other guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think G-Bag right now in terms of partying is the clear weak link.
It's great positional value. So it's a high DVOA team that we have. Big time.
Now, everyone's got their excuses, though, on the scouting report. You're going to look at them and go, hey, they got a 5-hour show.
Yeah.
Look at you guys, and you say, hey, man, they got to get up super early. You look at us and you say, my God, some of those guys are getting up there in age.
Yeah.
And they actually have an easy show. Maybe you want to pluck from that tree because they have to go on at 4 p.m. local time.
Yeah.
I got a full day before I have to do anything.
Ben got everyone
Amazing.
appetizers yesterday, but he stopped us from being thrown out of the hotel. When we show up, they said, we've overbooked. We don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're going to send you down the street to this other hotel. And KT just pulled me aside and said, just let's get Ben in there.
Yeah. Now, like, if this was me by myself, like this happened to me in LA.
You don't like confrontation, though.
I just look, and this is the same thing. So at dinner last night, I asked for a medium rare steak. I got a blue rare steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Troy, you'll love this. It was jelly. I didn't turn it back. I didn't send it back. I just ate it.
Ben tried to send it back for you.
He tried to. I wouldn't let him.
Another high pick move.
Yeah, I just took it because that's what I do. When someone disrespects me, I just take it.
You do take it.
I just take it.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to change. I don't want to inconvenience someone else.
They could have brought you chicken.
They could have brought me chicken, and I'd have eaten it, and I'd have paid for steak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have argued with the bill.
I'd have paid for steak.
I'd have paid for the steak.
So what happened at the hotel? Like, how often does this happen? Like, do people get bumped? I know that people get bumped off flights, right?
It does. It happens quite a bit.
So let's explain kind of what took place. Our boss, Tim Collins, is so good at booking. It is like the best. It's the best thing he does without question. That's not taken away from anything else. It's
calling a hotel and saying we need 8 rooms is the best thing Tim does.
Yeah, in terms of
online.
His diligence, he does these things 9 months out. Most APDs probably started looking a couple months ago, and he does this stuff way ahead of time. And because he does it way ahead of time, he gets a reasonable rate.
He does.
He gets the hotel room that come Super Bowl time costs $600. He gets it for $150 or 110.
Yeah, I know. Nobody has Expedia bookmark quite like Tim.
So Tim absolutely dominates this booking app, and because of that, they want to then say, well, there are other people coming that have paid $700 a room. You've paid $150 for a room, even though you booked first. It's in our better interest to put you at another hotel. Well, little did they know that Ben Rogers is hooked up with the Omni Hotel in Dallas.
Kev, how do you explain these abilities?
Well, it's incredible, and I've seen it. I mean, Skin could tell you 1,000 more stories than I could, but I've seen this a million times. Whether there was a problem or not, it could just be getting a decent upgrade to something, whatever it is. No matter what it is, Ben
creates a
find
problem.
way to make it work, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and I've seen him do it over the phone too.
Yeah,
and he just talks himself into a great situation. And everyone was kind of bailing going to this side hotel that they'd given us. And I was like, guys, don't go.
3 of us had given up.
And I was like, guys,
yeah.
Once you get Ben in the mix, I was like, I feel really good about this.
Yeah.
Because I've just seen it a million times. I mean, him and Tim together combined,
good cop,
that might be the way we need to book everything.
Ace and Gary, I think.
I mean, guys, we would be in a nice we could buy an island in Hawaii to those guys at a reasonable rate.
Tim was pounding the table. He was dropping names that nobody had ever heard of in this place. Like he said, I just talked to this person, They're like, we don't know who that is.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We don't know who that is,
but they sent us
important.
They sent us apology alcohol and everything.
Oh, it was great.
It was great. Well
they did it. Those two did a tremendous job keeping us there.
Now, did your bag of ice melt in your?
I don't know.
Because ours melted and actually spilled all over the kitchen counter, or the not the kitchen counter, the sink counter in our bathroom. Yeah, you weren't there. I cleaned it.
Well, it was. Did you put it in the bucket?
Clean the water.
No, they didn't. They brought it in and they just put it on our. They just put it on our thing. I don't think we have a bucket.
All right,
I didn't see a bucket.
I want to get KT to talk about a player that I think this can be liberating for him away from his show. A certain guy that was brought up over the weekend.
Does this guy also wear the same number as Mike Madonna?
He does.
Okay.
Terrell Owens, NFL Network, was asked, man, how surprising is it that Romo is unbelievable as a broadcaster in the booth?
You have a guy that's very cerebral, again, at the quarterback position. Again, I think when you talk about guys like that go into the booth, nobody would know that how successful he would be, but obviously he's doing a great job at it. And I think it's one thing to call the game in the booth and actually be in action and recognize those coverages, assess what's going on. But I think in the end, you have to deliver the ball accurately and decisively. And I think that what makes him great in the booth, opposed to what he did on the football field.
What do you mean as opposed to what he did on the football field? Because you did tweet recently, it's a world of difference in that booth and in the action. You would think that he would have been the ultimate quarterback.
Right, because, when you start comparing guys that have played that position, that what makes them great. Again, he had situations where he always threw interceptions late in the games. So, again, it's about decision-making. It's about how accurate and where you throw the ball.
So you're saying he knew what needed to happen, but he just couldn't execute it?
Right. It's all about execution. It's all about, like I said, you can see something and know where to throw and go with the ball, but if the ball is not delivered and it's not thrown accurately for a receiver to catch it, then that play doesn't happen.
All right, so there's T.O. taking his shots.
So many wrong comments there.
That's so bad.
Okay, you guys want to take it first?
Well, I mean, Tony only threw 2 playoff interceptions. I don't know how he could always throw interceptions in a big spot.
He did have a choker reputation. To many.
There were regular
Small
season games that mattered too.
Small sample size there.
Small
playoff games.
Well, you had 6 playoff games, right? 6 of them.
Okay.
2 picks in 6 games.
Should Romo, based upon his broadcast work, do you think Romo should have been an even better quarterback and player because he's this genius upstairs?
That was the article in The Onion, which I don't read, but sometimes it pops up on Twitter and it says...
Isn't that a fake website?
Yeah, it's a satire website, but the article said if Romo was so great, if he was so great at calling plays and predicting plays, how come he never had more success in the league? I was like, oh man, that's kind of unfair. I think T.O. did make a great point though. Up in the booth, you can see things better.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot easier to do. I think Romo got so good at that at the end of his career. Like Ben's made this point a million times. 2013 is the first year that Romo started like going away from like audibling at the line. So I was like, then why are we killing Dak for year 3?
Yeah.
Like You're telling me we got to give one more contract to Dak, and then after that contract is when he's going to be comfortable calling audibles at the line and things like that. Drew Brees wasn't calling audibles at 27, 28. It was later in the career.
I hate to have to continue to teach everyone about football. Okay. But doesn't this just prove the point that judging a quarterback by the outcome is faulty?
Yes.
He's good. His
to an
team
extent, yes.
stunk for time. At times, his team stunk.
Dunk?
I mean, they had a complete changeover of talent.
It was all on him. It was all on him to win games for the Dallas Cowboys for much of his career.
There was a 3-year stretch where it was all on him. And then it wasn't on him at the end. And it certainly wasn't on him in the beginning. But that first 3 years of Jason, it was all on him. And like you win championships based on your defense, your protection, other things like that. But the other aspect that I think everyone misses is that there is not an NFL starting quarterback who cannot do exactly what Tony's doing in their brain. It's just articulating it into a microphone makes Tony very, very special. Like every quarterback in the NFL can do this. They just don't have the ability that Tony has to be able to say it.
I think a lot of guys have. I'm not say every, but a lot of guys. I think you're right.
Say every, it sounds better.
Yeah,
it makes it sound like you know what you're talking about.
Hot take.
You got to say everything like that.
Hot take. Do it in 30 seconds, but also Jim Nantz makes things a lot easier because most play-by-play guys don't have their color guy talking over them before I'm setting up a play. And Nantz is cool. He's like, let it, whatever. Even though Nantz does college basketball and golf too and makes $3.9 million a year while Tony makes $4 million. Jim's the face of CBS, and he's like, I'm make less than Romo, and I'll let him talk over me. I think all that's fair. I really do. I guess another thing that I would say though about the quarterback position in general, when you said about the faulty on wins and things like that. To an extent.
Yeah.
Sometimes on those 8-8 years, and I realized maybe you did all you could to get them to 8-8. My biggest issue is going to be with availability all the time and the injuries.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there's dead money. There's too much dead cap money on you being hurt. Dak's greatest thing, like he's the greatest thing that's happened for Dak, is he's played 16 games all 3 years. Go look at Goff and Wentz. You think the Eagles aren't a little bit worried about Wentz getting hurt a lot?
Yeah.
Dak, if you can be there 16 games a year, no matter what,
dude,
Carson going to the backup quarterback.
Carson's got a back injury at like 25.
Yeah.
I mean, my gosh.
Injury prone in college. I mean, there's a lot to worry about there.
You've been crazy optimistic Cowboy Dak person, Kevin. I'll get into these.
I'm not stand for this slander.
I'll get into the. It's not. I don't think it's slander.
I think you said crazy. I mean, that's slander.
But you've been very Cowboy optimistic. You have a fan philosophy difference with some people who like to be and moan, and me being one.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes we fail to stop and look at what's going on elsewhere in the league.
Yeah.
Okay, every team's up and down like this, besides the Patriots and a couple other examples of teams who are in the playoffs every stinking year. You think Falcons fans thought they were going to be good this year? They sure the hell did.
Yeah.
And they weren't. Like, it's just what it is around the league. So we sit there and go, oh, we're up and down. And I get all that. I get the frustration. Let's not sit here and act like we've been a team that constantly makes the playoffs every single year. Until you do that, then you can expect more.
But
you don't do it yet.
You have a bigger problem with Dak or Garrett Killers?
Oh, Dak. The Garrett Killers are fine. I don't want Garrett coaching this team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Dak Killers, we've gone a little overboard. Why? You understand the fear of the blank amount of money. I mean, we can say 20 we're fine with. Start to get 25 and higher.
There's the fear but there is the fear that $24 million tied up in a quarterback that's not at the top, at the peak of the NFL, puts you at a significant disadvantage. And we saw in this playoff series that the top six highest paid guys, they didn't make it. And a lot of it you could look at their roster construction and say they're paying so much to guys like Derek Carr or Matthew Stafford or Matt Ryan or Aaron Rodgers that they can't afford to make good on the other places on their roster.
So Russell Wilson, if he got a new contract coming up, he would be up in that 30 million area or whatever.
Yep.
But he did sign a pretty big deal. Now it's 20, and that's what he keeps his cap number at.
But the Seahawks have almost
make it work.
But the Seahawks have also kind of, like the last 2 years, have all been about Russell Wilson better win you a game.
Yeah.
It's no longer. KJ Wright had a nice year. Bobby Wagner had showed out for them as well. Those two guys stepped out and played really well.
There's fear that Dak can't go win you a game. I think maybe.
Yes,
Is that the fear?
Yes, that is the reality.
It is the fear, and then
until the fourth quarter.
He won so many games for you.
But this is
they
the
averaged
point.
20 points a game.
And
They
that's-
averaged 20 points a game. Stop. They were anemic before Amari.
Those are counting numbers. It's all about the drives.
Give me that division. Show me that
I would
division.
drive a steak. I wish it.
Show me that. Let me wear my NFC's championship hat.
Now I will say.
My what? What's that?
NFC's championship.
Oh,
hat.
NFC East.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got to give away $1,000. KT's sitting down with us. If you have scouting questions, Ben and skin questions, hair, wig questions, karaoke questions, he's looking to get them on the fan cam right now. KT in the Diamonds Direct hot seat. Sean and RJ continuing right here, along with Troy with Trending and DFW.
You're appreciated. Yeah, trending is definitely coming up in 1 second, and I don't think it'd be wise to talk about KT's hair. My God, 1053thefan.com/fancam if you want to see that thing on top of his skull. But let's just get down to business right now. Your chance to win $1,000 on 1053 The Fans, the national contest. The number 72881 72881. The word this hour is answer. ANSWER. Answer, as in KT better have an answer as to why his hair looks the way it does this morning. 72881. Text it right now for your chance to win $1,000. Coming up next in what's trending in DFW, my goodness, Luca, you just don't quit. And we look back on this day to the last time it happened. Yeah, it's going to make you sad.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Bennett Skin here for All Pro Foundation Repair, who prides themselves on being the first foundation repair company to provide all forms of foundation repair. To make sure you get the best solution for you and your home, call 877-MEAN-GREEN. That's 877-632-6473. Or go to allprofoundationrepair.com.
Oh, it's a Save Money Monday at DFW's number one choice to buy or lease your new ride. It's Autoflex with David Blasingame. The website is autoflex.com. How can the Tolos save on a Save Money Monday, Dave?
Well, you know what? They can start at the website because that's where you're going to find those Save Money Monday cars. They're there right now, and you can go online. Whether you're thinking about an SUV, maybe this time a CUV, maybe a sedan, maybe a luxury sedan, all of those are available on the Save Money Monday cars. Those are listed under manager specials at Autoflex.com. Now, how can you save money? Well, first of all, you start with a pre-owned car. That'll save you 30% maybe of what you would normally spend for a car if you bought it new. Then you could figure it like a lease and pay only for the part of the car you're going to use, which means that you're going to pay less every month. There's no down payment required, and you're going to pay less for the car. Compound savings is basically what it is. It'll save you a ton of money up front, a ton of money every month, and get you into a great car that you want to drive at a payment you can afford. So give us a call or go to Autoflex.com and look at the manager specials. Those Save Money Monday cars available right now at Autoflex.com.
Here's what you do. Go to Autoflex.com or call Dave and his squad. Tell them you're a Tolo. Any local area code. Then 234-1234. 234-1234. And Dave, why else should the Tolos call you?
Because we are the good guys.
At Walmart, we give you more than just low prices. We give you low prices on the stuff you actually want. Low prices on the oh-so-tasty, farm-fresh, packed lunches with perfection groceries on your shopping list. Boom. All day, every day. Get more than low prices. Get low prices on what you love. That's what Walmart's all about. Save every day on lower prices at your local Walmart. Check out our green bell peppers, which are 48 cents each, and our limes, which are only 10 cents each. Prices may vary. Check your local store.
Have you heard Albertsons and Tom Thumb now deliver groceries to your front door? Simply go to Albertsons.com or TomThumb.com. It's the fastest and easiest way to get the freshest produce, quality meats, and everything in between. Hey kid, nice catch.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Whitten.
Albertsons and Tom Thumb offer same-day delivery, and you can shop by history, which means it's easy to reorder the things you love most. Try it for free today at Albertsons.com or TomThumb.com. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nothing says I love you like a diamond. For centuries and across cultures, it's remained the universal symbol of love, romance, and commitment. And at Diamonds Direct this Valentine's, we're making it easier than ever to celebrate your love with diamond jewelry she'll cherish for a lifetime. Join us February 4th through the 14th for our best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down on any purchase. Choose from a special expanded selection of the most romantic gifts, rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and bands. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. And yes, all engagement rings are included. So come on, make it an unforgettable day for her with a special gift that symbolizes your love and commitment like nothing else. It's Diamonds Direct Spectacular Valentine's Celebration with in-store appearances from top jewelry designers, an expanded selection including gifts as low as $200 and 5 years 0 interest financing on approved credit. February 4th through the 14th only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Preston Road and Cherry Lane. The KNC Masterpiece, that's us again, is heading back to the owner's box inside the Omni Dallas Hotel tomorrow from 7 to 11 p.m.
where you can once again hang out with us, the KNC Masterpiece. Yeah, that's still us. And enjoy some great food and wash it down with an ice-cold beverage. Details at 1053thefan.com.
I can play basketball. I mean, not particularly well, so it might seem like a ridiculous thing to bring up. But when I started with SOTA Weight Loss, that's SOTA stands for state of the art. I told the nutritional counselors one of my goals was just to be able to stay alive. Yeah, really. And watch my son play basketball. But now, after dropping 176 pounds and keeping it off in maintenance, I can not only watch my son play basketball, I can play alongside him and not have to worry about leaving the court because I'm hurt or I can barely breathe. I really doubted that my goal weight was possible, but the people at SOTA continually gave me the plan and motivation to make it a reality, and now it is. So when you want to make your change a reality, make your way to one of the SOTA locations in Firewheel, Plano, Fort Worth, Southlake, Arlington, Dallas, or Frisco. You can also give them a call at 1-800-555-6521 or go to sotaweightloss.com, where you can see the more than 1,300 reviews with an average score of 4.9 stars out of 5. That's SOTA. Wait for it. State of the art.
It's 105.3, The Fan, brought to you by Brown Foundation Repair. Hey, coming up next, what's trending in DFW?
For over 5 decades, yep, over 50 years, Brown Foundation Repair has been successfully repairing foundations of every kind. Don't you think you owe it to yourself to call them? 972-271-2621. BrownFoundationRepair.com.
It's a Fan Football Reaction Monday, brought to you by CarsForKids.org, supporting the Texans Can Academies.
Trending DFW. Trending DFW. What's trending in DFW?
And what's trending in DFW? 105.3, The Fan, brought to you by Tom Thumb, Albertsons, and MyComputerCareer.edu for your Monday morning. Sean and RJ on the road with Roy White at Super Bowl Radio Row. Is KT still there, or did he run off to get a comb?
How we doing, guys?
Man.
How we doing today, guys?
1053thefan.com/fancam to see the live fan cam and to see KT's hair.
Kavanaugh and Bassick have just showed up as well.
Oh, early.
Bassick is looking very springy. He did come out yesterday with us. So the final pick, out dueling Gavin Dawson right now. Gavin Dawson just he went to the room and he
Never left. Meanwhile, the rest of us were out. People on Twitter are already renaming Atlanta the KTL instead of the ATL because of what he's about to do and crush here.
That's good.
With the parties.
He'll get sick. He'll get
sick somehow.
Well, he'll be in the room one night, and then he'll
Not a trend, though. That's happened 1 year. Not a trend. I don't have a big injury or sick history.
Small sample.
I just have a disease.
Small sample size.
That's quite interesting. What's trending in DFW on 105.3 The Fan? The last time it happened was on this day. It's going to make you cry a little bit. We'll get to that in 1 second. But first, man, this kid, hashtag Luka.
Luka got around it in the lane, lobbed it up, deflection, Jordan slams it home. Will they give him the 10th assist?
Oh, Mark Followill last night on Fox Sports Southwest. The Mavericks fall to the Raptors last night, 123-120. Afterwards, Rick Carlisle took blame for the loss, which he should. But I'll get on that another time. But I will say that Luka Doncic, check it out, first teenager in NBA history to record multiple triple-doubles, 35 points, 12 boards, 10 dimes. Dennis Smith Jr., by the way, scored 13 as well.
What did Carlisle do? We were in the bar. We couldn't hear sound.
No, there's nothing he did. It's just he got up there with his sad, mopey face, and he said, I take full responsibility for this loss. And I don't know. I kind of kept quiet behind the scenes while you guys were talking back when Dennis Smith and the possibility of him being traded. And, well, we can get something else for Dennis. We can do this. And I'm always like, why is no one blaming Carlisle? Why is he here like he's Belichick, like he is a god? I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of the Rick Carlisle thing right now.
How much life has Luka breathed in the skin, KT? You've been working with him for years. They have not been good. They have not been exciting. And now you have this rookie gift.
No, I mean, when they were talking about tanking and stuff, that's pretty brutal because you're sitting there going, it's probably better for the team if they lose, and you still have to go call the game, things like that. Yeah, he saved the city, man. Lucas saved the entire franchise for sure. I think Troy's
also going to move
the entire franchise.
Oh, well,
they were going to move.
I mean, I agree.
Seattle's been looking for a team.
He revitalized it. He revitalized it without question.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But, I mean, let's face it. I can't remember a 19-year-old we've talked about. Let's forget it. Outside of Dak, I can't remember a rookie we've talked about more in a long
And my
time.
ex-girlfriend, that's the same, 19-year-olds. No, you're right.
That's legal.
Troy's onto something, though. Why is Rick still untouchable 8 years after the title? Why is he still untouchable?
He won the only title in the team's history.
So he can't be touched.
Correct.
So he can be here forever, no matter what.
That shouldn't be the case.
But don't you think that
Mike
Cuban,
McCarthy's gone?
Cuban and Don Nelson, they're relationship guys. And once they found a guy that they meshed with, that they worked with well, I mean, it's kind of similar. You can make the argument that it's similar to the case of what Jason Garrett has with Jerry Jones. That comfortable factor, that factor that when stuff does happen, that they're all going to be on the same page. I always feel like the Mavs organization is much better about being on the same page with one another than the Cowboys often are. But even still, I think that relationship thing can't be overstated in addition to the championship.
But look at like Jerry Sloan with the Jazz. He was there
15 years after probably what he should have been.
Forever.
Right?
Well, they were
And
always
Jerry Sloan
good.
won, I would venture to guess, a lot more than Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
Won. Jerry Sloan's Utah teams, I mean, they always won big.
They always did, but with that one core, right?
But what was the catalyst that got him gone? It was
Darren Williams.
It was his relationship with Darren Williams, the young up-and-coming point guard who was the next guy. And I think, KT, you bring up a fair point that if Rick Carlisle is going to continue. Now, no one had a problem with it when he runs off Lamar Odom and Rajon Rondo because both of those guys were cancers. But when another guy comes along and
21-year-old talent, you're running off 21-year-old talent, I got a problem with that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be happening.
I mean, he's trying to kill Dennis, and that's not cool.
Go ahead, Troy.
But either way, Luka went off last night, and the Mavericks, like we said, lose to the Raptors. They will be back in action on Wednesday, going up against the Knicks. What's trending in DFW on 105.3 The Fan? It's brought to you by Frankel & Frankel, 1-800-Lawyers. If you've been in an accident and it's not your fault, go ahead and call Frankel & Frankel today at 1-800-Lawyers. That's FrankelFirm.com. Principal office, Dallas, Texas. Grab a tissue.
Sean and RJ take a look back on this day with Troy Hughes on 105.3 The Fan.
Hey, thank you very much, Random Voice Guy. We look back on this day. You guys are at Super Bowl Radio Row. You're surrounded by the madness that's going on and what will continue to go on all week long. Well, back here in the Metroplex, we were surrounded by Super Bowl madness on this day in 1996.
Aikman to pass on first and goal from the three. Wide open. Jay Novacek. Touchdown.
Troy Aikman finds Jay Novacek in the end zone for Aikman's only TD. However, Emmitt Smith added two TDs as well. The Cowboys beat the Steelers in Super Bowl 30 on this day, 27-17. Diana Ross performed the halftime show, and it was the last time the Cowboys made it to the big game.
Jimmy Johnson's third title.
Yes, well played.
Well,
I'll never forget where I was. I was at the Colorado Cafe, which was a country dance bar.
What?
Little line dancing.
Oh, you boot scooting?
I was boot scooting.
With the Lucchese's?
In Watchung, New Jersey.
Oh.
Wow.
I had my boots on. I was scooting and booting. And
you went to a country bar for the Super Bowl?
Dude, if I did not care about the Super Bowl as a kid. My dad never wanted to watch it.
What?
He hated it. It's a lot because he went to a Super Bowl. He went to the Bears Pats, and he hated it so much being there with the crowd.
Like the refrigerator?
Yeah, he was there. He goes, it was disgusting. There was what? He said it was the worst experience of his life. He's like, we're not watching the Super Bowl.
lifetime experience.
He hated it. It was like, we're not watching the Super Bowl. So
what a psycho.
Well, I never really, if I didn't have an interest in the game, I didn't want to watch the game. I didn't care about it. I wasn't an NFL fan at the time. So I was at this place, and everyone's watching the game, and everyone was a Cowboys fan. Every single person
in Jersey.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's
the Giants.
That's Jersey might as well, the Northeast where they have New York, Philadelphia. There's so many Cowboy fans there. I mean, it might as well be part of the Metroplex, for crying out loud, with the amount of Cowboy fans they have up there. I'll never forget that day. Never forget it.
It was fun. It was so fun. Such an awesome logo that they had in Arizona for that game.
Very cool.
Loved it so much, and now we just wait. So that happened on this day. KT's still there with Sean and RJ, Roy White at Super Bowl Radio Row. Hey, got to give a shout out to the Tolos and fans that came out to Fan Bowl 2019 this past weekend at Gas Monkey Live. I surprisingly do remember most of it. I was worried for myself.
I remember that jacket you were wearing.
Boy, hey, listen, someone had to knock the jukebox to get the music to play right, a la Fonzie. I love that. Man, Jeff Skin Wade was taking shots at me all night.
He was?
Yeah, he got on the mic. He's talking about my new goatee, my jacket.
Oh,
I think he had just found out that Dana Larson makes more than him. So he got really upset.
Who did you play and lose to in Fan Bowl, Kevin?
Dan Brunoff of KRLD 1080 AM.
Oh, man, he was serious.
Yeah, he practiced a lot, talked himself into the game. I was sitting there going, Broadus and Fish are here, and Jesse can. So someone that actually works at the station to be 16.
When he started to score, you weren't able to weather the storm.
I was not.
Nice.
Dude, he had lightning quick fingers.
So you got a little winded late.
You boys made him a star, by the way. Now you can't be upset that
a star.
You guys talk about him more than anybody else.
I take shots at Dan a lot jokingly, and then he has friends that text him and go, "They're talking ass about you on the fan, dude." I was like, Dan, we're just playing radio, bro. Keep the emails coming.
Kevin Hagelin ends up winning it over Roy in the finals.
Yeah, Kevin Hagelin wins, but we have a dynasty at Fan Bowl now. Clint Ferris, he is from Streetman, which is just outside of my hometown of Fairfield, but Clint Ferris, he wins Fan Bowl 2019, takes home the fan championship, the 2,500. He is now a back-to-back winner.
Oh,
at
really?
Fan Bowl 2019.
He's made $5,000 off of us in 2 years.
Wow. That's a lot of money in Streetman. It's a lot of money.
It went down as the best accomplishment for a guy named Clint in the last 5 years, too.
Really?
Clint Boyer.
Clint Black.
He ain't done anything in the last 5 years.
Man, Maverick's still on reruns.
Clint Eastwood's. Talking to a chair and doing
acting like a mule.
Kavanaugh said Clint Capella.
Clint Capella.
His name's Clint.
That is a guy. Clint Capella off the Rockets, right?
Don't the Rockies have a short? Clint Barmas, isn't he still around?
Okay, we get the point.
What about Haha?
Yeah, Clint and Dix.
Yeah, that could work as well.
George Clinton, the P-Funk All-Stars. Is he still around?
On this day 2 days ago, by the way.
What? You can't do that on this day?
Right.
It was the day Bill Clinton looked into the camera and said, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman."
Wait, is this Forrest Gump?
But I did have sexual relations with that cigar.
Yes, very graphic in the morning.
We'll forget the cigar, man. People forget the cigar aspect of that story.
What's trending? in
Popular day in American history.
What's trending at DFW every single morning at this time? All right, Kev, you can pick this one before we have G-Bag hop on for the final hour. Do you want to go with the Ranger topic with Beltray, or do you want the Super Bowl topic? You want to talk Super Bowl, or you want the Beltray retired number?
I love the Rangers.
Okay. How the heck did this guy not get his number retired before Adrian this weekend? Next on the home of the Rangers with KT at the Super Bowl, Sean and RJ on the Fan.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's our first day from Radio Row. The nation will be rocking and rolling from 10 to 3, and we'll have all the top headlines from pro football and Atlanta in around the NFL at 11 o'clock. Nation 10 to 3 on the Fan.
Vintage Skin here, and the Low T Center now treats more than low T, including low thyroid and cholesterol. Get your levels checked. Schedule your quick and easy health assessment at lowtcenter.com. It's covered by most health insurance. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Hey, what's going on, fans and Tolos? It is Troy Hughes. Let's talk about Platinum Ford. Adam Vinci, the general manager over at the store in Terrell, just off of Highway 80. It's a short drive over there. Saw him last week. He got me all pumped. I'm so excited for the month of February. Why? The brand new Ford Ranger will be coming to Platinum Ford. So that's really exciting. But right now, they are making it available for fans and Tolos to go get an SUV over at Platinum Ford. So if you're looking for a 2018 Explorer or a 2018 Edge, you can find that right now at Platinum Ford in Terrell. And both of those rides, by the way, $10,000 off MSRP. And listen, as a family man, I know how important it is to travel comfortably and in something that's going to protect you and be safe. And that's what you can find at Platinum Ford. So make that short drive east of the Metroplex. Go over there, learn more about Adam Vinci and Stephen Gilchrist and Gilchrist Automotive by going to PlatinumFord.com, or do what I always say to do. Drive a little further to save a lot more at Platinum Ford.
Choose to love in any language with a Valentine's Day spa package from Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Buy a Valentine's Day spa package like our Serenity package, which includes a 50-minute massage and 50-minute signature facial, and receive a free massage or facial service gift card. Or save $10 on spa gift card purchases at guest pricing. Visit handandstone.com for details, or your local Hand & Stone in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's handandstone.com. Restrictions apply.
We had just gotten home from vacation, and Richie had to go downstairs to grab something out of the dryer, and he had set foot in about 3 to 4 inches of water.
Well, what happened was the pressure relief valve for the hot water heater had failed, and it just leaked water while we were gone.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
With her being pregnant, the in-laws coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world. I called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. They took care of everything, A to Z. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
See how much you could save with USAA by bundling your auto and home insurance. Get a quote today.
Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Product membership eligibility and bundling savings restrictions apply and are subject to change. Members paid for their participation. United Services Automobile Association and its affiliate, San Antonio, Texas.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
Our coverage of Radio Row from Atlanta is presented by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53, and you can watch us in our Low T Center fan cam at 1053thefan.com/fancam.
Register at 1053thefan.com for your chance to win tickets to the Dallas Winter Boat Expo at Dallas Market Hall. The show will be in town February 1st through 3rd and February 7th through 10th. Tickets, details, and more info at dallasboatexpo.com.
Do you suffer from a case of the Mondays every day of the week? Are you tired of donuts leaving a hole in your breakfast? Do you lack the energy to literally whistle while you work? Then Muscle Milk Protein Shakes just might be what you need to turn your mornings around. Packed with 25 grams of protein, vitamins, and minerals, Muscle Milk Protein Shakes have everything you need to keep you going strong all day long.
Pick up 2 Muscle Milk Protein Shakes for $5 today at your local racetrack.
Hey, fans and Tolos, it is Troy Hughes, and it is almost time for Valentine's Day. But don't worry about it, because I'm here to help you out. You and I both know what your lady wants. Jewelry, and the best place to get jewelry that's affordable and high quality Kendra Scott. They have affordable, high-quality jewelry that you can find at great price points. In fact, if you purchase over $100 or more at KendraScott.com, use the code word Dallas and you get 20% off that purchase. So don't let stress take over Valentine's Day. Instead, be the hero of Valentine's Day when you shop at Kendra Scott.
What if everyone watching the big game gave $1 or collected food to fight hunger and poverty in our local communities? Join Super Bowl of Caring and conduct a food drive. Donate at a participating grocery store or volunteer. 100% of donations benefit local hunger relief charities. Register your team at tacklehunger.org. Change the game for Texans in need at tacklehunger.org.
Listen to us in your car, home, work, bed. Oh, yeah, ba chicka wah wah. Download the radio.com app and be a Tolo 24/7. Radio.com.
This segment of Sean and RJ brought to you by Dallas Truck World. Tons of great vehicles available, sizes to fit any budget. Go check them out online at DallasTruckWorld.com.
So much stuff to talk about. Sean, RJ, Roy, KT. This is the, we all have a room together.
We do. We're sweet mates.
We're all sweet mates. And I don't know how KT fell asleep yesterday with the computer. He became a meme. We got two memes yesterday. We had Sitting Bassick and we had Sleeping KT. And I don't know how he slept through RJ singing this I'm gonna kidnap Bradley Cooper and dispose of his body myself because Choppy won't stop singing this daggone soundtrack. He just did it in the commercial break. That's why we're laughing. And everyone here at Radio Row starts staring over here. What are the 2 or 3 different songs?
Do it right now. Do it right now.
Oh, it's a great song. Shallow.
Don't go too loud.
From Lady Gaga. Tell me something, girl.
Okay. That's what.
I just want to make sure that everybody can kind of.
That's it. You were singing a lot more than that.
I was, but I wanted to see who's looking.
There.
I mean, we're here to do a show, but
are you happy in this modern world?
All right, what's the other one? Hit forward on the track.
What's the song?
Maybe
the same song.
What else from the movie you were singing?
That
but
one.
The
That's
old
Roy.
ways died. No, you do
that's
it.
The Roy.
You do it.
Maybe it's time to let the old ways die.
He loves Lady Gaga and Bradley. He loves the soundtrack. every hour he's singing it. And there was one more that one more song.
Black eyes open wide. Stop playing.
Please, man.
It's time to testify.
Please stop. I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed, man. We're here to disrupt things.
There's no room for love, and everyone's waiting for you.
Don't want to hear another touch.
Y'all stop.
Don't want to start another fire.
This is why we dropped and fell.
Don't want to know another kiss.
This is why we fell and dropped in the top sports radio morning show in America rankings.
Oh no!
They were just released.
How are you dropping this show?
The sports radio top 20 major market morning shows of 2018. Last year, where were we on this list?
We were at Mike Madonna. We're number 9.
RJ tells me we were 9. Are you sure about that?
I went back in the
annals
archives.
of history.
Okay. Should I start from the top and see how long it takes?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, Toucher and Rich.
Who?
That's Boston.
Never heard of them.
That's our sister station.
Already
I swear, just being a part of the team that's always in the Super Bowl puts them there. Like, who knows if they're any good or not? We heard them bitching at each other last year.
Number 2, that was the other station. That was EEI.
Toucher and Rich?
Yeah, Toucher, I think, used to work in
Toucher
in
in
Dallas.
this climate?
No, it was Rich.
It was Rich Shirt and Leave that was here, yeah.
All right, number 2, Boomer and Geo.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Thank God
Carton's in jail.
Yeah, Carton was scheming.
Cards.
They do a remote from a prison.
Why don't they include Jerry Recco in that picture? That's an insult.
Yeah, Jerry Recco,
Cowboys fan. That's right.
Good dude. Solid American.
Number 4 hurts. Big time. Number 4 hurts. Angelo Cataldi.
Oh,
WIP in Philadelphia.
Man.
That's KT's favorite station.
Yeah.
You making fun of my ethnicity. You know what?
My dead grandmother. You just made fun of her. She's Italian. You stepped on a grave. My dead grandmother. I'm Italian, Angelo. It doesn't matter.
They hate me and RJ so much, but they love KT.
They hate
have
Ben and
KT
Skin
on-
too.
They do.
Yes, they hate Ben and Skin.
They have you on as like their cowboy
how have you
cast.
been the only one that they love? Because they literally wouldn't mix with us for more than 5 minutes before they hung up. They couldn't take the heat.
Well, you had to have a good liaison, to mediate the process.
So Philly
And I'm
is
tight with their producer, so we're good.
Philly is number 4 top morning shows in America.
Is that Al?
Number 5 is our boys, the Junkies in DC. Mike Fisher's best friends. The Junkies.
Yes, that's right.
Fish not allowed to co-host the morning show anymore because of the crosstalk with DC before the Redskins game.
The Junkies,
The
actual meth heads going on the air.
Yeah, I know.
Talking about the Alex Smith
Not just
injury.
on the air, they're on TV too.
Number 6 is San Francisco, KMBR. Number 7 is the other Boston station.
What's the name of the show, though? I need these shows.
Okay,
Show name.
Murph and Mac.
Murph.
Eminem.
And then at number 7 is Mutt and Callahan.
It's a dog?
Yeah.
They put a dog on the air?
Number
Wait a
8
second. Didn't they just lose their main guy in November?
That's why Mutt is.
That's why they got a dog to replace him?
It was something else in Callahan.
What city is this?
Kirk and Callahan.
Number 8 is the show right over there, former Denver Bronco Mark Schlereth and Evans.
Nice salsa.
Stink.
Number 9 is Mully and
Haw
in Chicago.
Huh?
Now we sat next to them several Super Bowls ago. I do not remember having seen them out here any of the last 2 or 3.
Number 10 is Seattle Brock and Salk.
Don't even start me on that one.
Brock and Sock.
And then at number
That's
11.
a real show name.
What do you think they would say when they looked at ours?
Mankind's
Shannon
on that
RJ? I mean,
Good name. There's 2 great people. 2 great names.
Number 11 is us.
Yeah.
As we fall 2 spots.
Fall 2 spots.
In the 2018 rankings. The guy tweeted me the article, like, congrats on being named.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to write back, like,
This is not a congrats.
this isn't a congrats.
Did you not listen to what we did? Anybody else in the top 10 just sing Lady Gaga live at Radio Row?
Wait, RJ, did you just sing? I didn't hear you. Can you give me a little bit more of that?
Tell me something, girl.
Stop, man.
Troy
Man, the security lady just looked my way.
I don't know how KT doesn't
She
get
fell in
embarrassed.
I love it, dude.
She fell in love.
Fell in love.
We're on the fan cam. It's the Diamonds Direct hot seat, and we have the fan cam as well.
That's brought to you by the Low T Center.
Thanks to Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53 and Twin Peaks.
How was that show with the dog nut number 1?
Mutt. The Mutt ones. We should go around. That's the bit now.
Hey.
So you go around with the recorder and be like, you guys were ahead of us. Like, and you kind of taunt them a little bit, Roy. You could talk smack to them.
You want me to go talk crap to all of them?
Yeah, be like, how'd you get ahead of us? What'd you do?
What'd you do? What'd you secret?
You know what I'm saying?
So tomorrow's they'll do the midday, and then Wednesday they'll do the afternoon drive.
Yeah.
It's interesting because in the big corporate intercom meeting, they did point out on the 105.3 the fan slideshow how great Sean and RJ and G-Bag Nation are doing.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to point that out.
And then it was crickets.
Crickets.
We didn't hear anything in the afternoon.
Yeah. The Vin Skin Show didn't make the slide.
KT's so upset about the slide presentation.
I can confirm that 1/4 of that show is not happy about it.
Adrian-
That is me.
Okay, the Rangers over the weekend
The
announced
guys don't care.
the Rangers announced that Adrian Beltre's number 29 was going to be retired, 5th number in franchise history, and the ceremony is going to be in June. And when I was going down the list of names, I was like, wait a second. You're telling me that Jeff Kavanaugh's idol isn't in here? So we have Jackie Robinson's 42. We have Nolan's 34. We have Johnny Oates, number 26. Pudge, number 7. And now we're going to have Beltre. And we had a little sweet debate, a sweet argument last night. How is Michael Young's number not retired? That's a little that's some disrespect right there.
It shouldn't be an argument. It's just an oversight. It's just an
How
oversight.
can you oversight
It's not
that?
an oversight.
It is an oversight. It's something going on there as to why they haven't made that happen already.
He has great relationships right now with John Daniels in the front office. He's never been more involved. How is number 10 not retired? That's crazy.
I mean, I think we all agree Beltre should be retired first.
No, because Michael's
been gone.
No, Michael should have been retired first.
but
If you could go back
Beltre's
and
a
do
better
it
player.
right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You retire the guy who's closer. You know.
I'm saying Beltre's a better player. Like you would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I have no issue, and if they, that's how I would justify it.
I feel like they're saving Michael for the new stadium. be the first guy to
Like,
retire the jersey in the new stadium, because they were looking at a guy who could possibly manage the team down the line one day, maybe. You know, like
2013, he left. Bassick, what do you think?
I think it's Michael Young. If you're making me pick who would go in first,
No, but we're not
Yeah.
even saying picking first, but it's like,
Well,
why wasn't Michael's retired by now?
I don't know. I mean, that you're doing it so quick for Adrian Beltre. Michael Young is more important and better in this organization than Adrian Beltre was. Adrian Beltre had a better career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
If we're looking at who had a better career for the Rangers, who was more important to the Texas Rangers, and I'm not trying to take anything away from
Sure.
Beltre. He should get his number retired,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Michael Young was more important and was here a lot longer than Adrian Beltre was.
Is it Mr. Ranger?
Yeah.
He's Mr. Ranger.
You know, when they announced it, the first thing I
Taking
saw,
big shots at tag right there.
the first,
Wow, yeah.
Sorry,
the
Tom.
first thing I saw
I'll
on
bake you a
Twitter,
brownie.
when they announced it, the first thing I saw on Twitter, there was a lot of Ranger fans going, "What about Rusty Greer?" Now, Rusty Greer to me was awesome, and that's great, but I don't think he's like deserves to be jersey retired guy.
Right. I don't
But
think
if you're
so
going to
either.
do it with Michael Young and Jim Sundberg, maybe the 10, maybe the 29, Greer and Beltre. throw
Rusty
them
Greer was
together.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael is 10. I'm just surprised that they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to start some controversy. I was just like, how's Michael Young not retired?
Let me throw this out here. Who do you think was a better player for the Texas Rangers in their career? Adrian Beltre or Josh Hamilton?
Josh Hamilton.
We don't even talk about Josh.
It's not even close.
Ooh.
Right? I mean,
And
Josh was
Hamilton's best Ranger of all time.
MVP in the American League. He was really your best player on your 2 World Series teams.
Nobody in Rangers history had a better 4-year run than Josh
If
Hamilton.
you're going to put Nolan in there after 2 years of playing here, then you should probably put Josh in, for
Yeah.
being honest.
Okay.
It's a great point.
Man, Josh. Ooh. He did damage
He
Yeah.
did some serious
I think
damage.
Adrian, I just wonder.
everywhere.
I don't know. I wonder this. Michael Young has nowhere else to get kind of number retired
Right.
or anything because he was just Phillies Dodgers at the end. Beltre, they can do something in LA for him. They could do something in Seattle for him. He was okay in Seattle, not great. But there's other places that maybe the Rangers are like, really to push this, like you're going to be a Ranger for life and represent the Rangers, is we're going to do everything possible to make
Pounce
you
on it now.
Yeah.
and where with Michael Young and Josh Hamilton and whoever else, it's kind of like, well, all they can be is a Texas Ranger. They can't really get grabbed by another organization.
All right. Go ahead, Josh.
No, people are bringing up that, A-Rod's 3-4 years may have been equally as good.
Yeah.
You can
No.
never do that,
That's
ever.
awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
The top 5 off the top of your head, Bassett, or KT can chime in as well. The top 5 numbers that come to mind for DFW Sports. We're playing.
Dirk 41.
Okay, 41.
12 for Roger.
Okay.
Who? I lean 8 to Aikman.
Okay.
No other Maverick. Ranger, I guess 34. And I know that's kind of more, he wasn't his best with the Rangers. He is still solid. And if I have one more number, I'll go to 22 for Emmett Smith.
Is that a drone?
Is that a drone? What's yours, Kev?
I mean, when Wong Zhu wore the number 0,
That's pretty cool.
Wasn't he 16?
Yeah.
I
was
have his
iconic.
jersey because it says Wang 16 in the
It
back.
was Antoine Rigaudot.
Way to go, Kev.
Yeah.
Your little
Sorry,
sarcastic
guys.
joke failed.
Maybe I don't know as much about sports as I thought. I'll go back to my hotel room and sleep.
Kev.
No, Dirk 41 for sure. 88 came to mind for me.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and the other
There's so
2 numbers locally, 9. 9 for the Stars, Mike Badano, 9 for Tony Romo.
But you can't have 9 ahead of 8 and 12.
No,
Or 22.
I'm not putting
Well, it
them ahead of
depends
those.
on age.
I'm not putting them ahead of those. I would have put those right behind the numbers that Bassick listed.
Depends on age.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, like to me, it's you get the 4 Cowboy numbers out of the way. Those are the big 4. And then
Dirk.
then put Dirk in and everybody else falls in line.
All right, Kev, go back to sleep. Amazing karaoke performance. Way to kick us off.
We will do it
Hey,
again.
3 to 7, huge show today on the Ben Skin Show. If I could promote a few things, Ben's got the Super Bowl bet payoff. And
Was that today?
There's a list of 30 words for every interview we do this week. He has to work in 2 of the words off a shocking list of 30.
Ooh.
And it is really shocking. And Shippy's part of the bet is he has to make pleasure or animal sounds
What?
during his one sponsored question for each interview.
And skin
Huge times.
running on fumes, possibly.
Yeah, might see a dead man.
Might see a dead man.
You know, never know.
All right, thank you, Kev. KT Fun Tweets, Mikey Bassick. When we come back, did y'all freak out about the Cowboy offense yesterday. Be honest. Next on The Fan.
The only way you can take the fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
From the Super Bowl in Atlanta, I'm Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, and today's birthday shout-out goes to New England kicker Stephen Gostkowski. Adam Vinatieri won Super Bowls for the Patriots with last-second field goals against the St. Louis Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Since Vinatieri left as a free agent back in 2006, Gostkowski has more than filled his shoes, and Gostkowski's 13-year tenure is the second longest on the team, behind only Tom Brady's 19 seasons. Gostkowski, the Pats' all-time leading scorer with more than 1,700 career points, is about to break a record he shares with Vinatieri by appearing in a sixth Super Bowl as a place kicker. He has a 2-3 record, including last year's loss to the Eagles, in which he missed a 26-yard field goal attempt as well as an extra point. Happy 35th birthday, Stephen. Hopefully Super Bowl 53 goes a little bit more smoothly for you. I'm Boomer Esiason.
CBS Sports Radio.
I'm Jeff Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. Today's fluctuating interest rates can leave you with unexpected higher mortgage payments. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates so you can buy a home with certainty. It's called Rate Shield, and here's how it works. With Rate Shield, you can lock your interest rate while you shop for a new home. So if rates go up, you don't have to worry. And here's the best part. If rates go down, you get the lower rate. With Rate Shield, we really have you covered. Here are more reasons why you'll want to work with America's largest mortgage lender. For 9 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 5th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Rate Shield. Another way we can save you money on your mortgage. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Based on Rocket Mortgage data in comparison to public data records. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
Sean and RJ here with the Texans Can Academy. I want you to help change the lives of thousands of local kids with your donation to carsforkids.org. You give them a second chance to turn their high school diploma. 100% of the net proceeds go directly to the kids. That old car, truck, SUV, boat, motorcycle, RV, running or not, blocking the driveway, right off the cart of the kid at the Texans Can Academies by calling 972-274-KIDS.
You are going to get the highest tax deductions possible. They're going to provide free towing in most cases, whether your item is running or not. Car, boat, truck, motorcycle. It's just taking up space. She's been telling you, get it out of the garage, get it out of the yard. We don't use it. We don't want it. So here's the Texans Can Academies bailing you out. They're going to get you a $50 Visa gift card for each item donated. You're going to help out the kids. You're going to get the tax write-off, and you're going to get the space so she can stop nagging you about it. Call 972-274-KIDS, 972-274-5437, or go to carsforkids.org, carsforkids.org, and remember, right off the car, not the kid.
Hey, Tolos, Troy Hughes here for Amberton University, the university designed for working adults. You know what that means? Degree programs starting under $10,000, many of which can be completed online, and there's no fee to apply. So type it in your phone, amberton.edu. If you want a better job so you can have more time and money to do the things you love, a degree can do that for you. Go to amberton.edu today.
Mike Bassick here for Soda Weight Loss. Sometimes our schedule changes. I'm in Atlanta right now, and I can't cook because I'm in a hotel for 6 days. The staff at Soda understands. We have talked about the challenges, and I'm ready. The Soda coaches have given me a game plan. In fact, Soda Weight Loss has been vetted and chosen as the official weight loss and nutrition program of the Dallas Mavericks and their fans. I'm having a blast in Atlanta, and my old mindset would have been thinking about food on the road, where we're going to go, how I'm going to enjoy myself with food. Now it's my fuel, an energy source. They've changed my mindset. Get your appointment at 800-555-6521. 7 locations in DFW Metroplex, Plano, Firewheel, Fort Worth, Southlake, Dallas, Arlington, and Frisco. 800-555-6521. Soda. If you still think it's a soft drink, you're wrong. It's state of the art.
At Planet Fitness, you can get down with your judgment-free self. Now extended through January 31st. You can join for only $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness has cardio, weights, and locker rooms that sparkle like a glass of New Year's champagne. Only $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Backed by popular demand, join now through January 31st for $1 at any of our 35 area locations.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
105.3 The Fan, brought to you by state-of-the-art weight loss, otherwise known as soda. Hey, coming up at 9:16, your chance to win $1,000.
Do you need to slim down, get rid of that stubborn 20 pounds, or get rid of 50-plus life-changing pounds and keep it off? I did that with Soda Weight Loss, lost 176 pounds. It's the official weight loss and nutrition program of the Dallas Mavericks. That's Soda. Wait for it. State of the art.
This is Rangers manager Chris Woodward, and you're listening to the home of the Rangers, 105.3 The Fan, KRLD FM, and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth.
A radio.com station. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Turn it on, leave it on with Sean and RJ right here on The Fan.
Two receivers to either side on 4th and 5 of the 20. Shotgun snap to Prescott. Looks right, throws right for the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Austin Hooper, the Atlanta Falcons tight end, gets the NFC on the board from 20 yards out, and now a 20-6 ball game.
All right, want you to be honest, real honest, as you were watching, if you did tune into the Pro Bowl yesterday. That was the call right here on 105.3 The Fan. Did you freak out a little bit, or were you just laughing? The Cowboys became a joke on Twitter yesterday in DFW. They were a joke with Kellen Moore calling the plays. They were a joke with Jason Garrett and his lack of fourth down gambles. And what was that video of Jason overseeing the talk between, was it Russell?
Yeah, it was Russell and Kellen Moore, and you see Kellen Moore like very close to Russell, kind of giving him the play call, and you're not really sure what you're seeing in the background, but they're looming behind Russell Wilson, and as the camera kind of pulls away and Russell takes a step back, you see Jason Garrett just listening 5 feet away, listening to every word that Kellen's saying, and it seems like, making some determinations about job performances and things of that nature. It made for a really funny video, and you can check it out on Twitter at RW3.
I could just picture it. It was, oh man, it's 4th and 2. He's running the ball here. I love this play call. Oh, they're punting on 4th and 1 from the 40. Oh, I love it.
The NFC did something that, I didn't think could be done. They put up 148 yards of total offense. There's 2 ways we were going to talk about this game. 2 ways. If the the NFC offense looked good, and we would joke and say, Kellen Moore, he's the future. Or the NFC offense looked putrid and joke and say, oh my gosh, get rid of Kellen Moore. This is a mistake.
I know.
148 yards for the whole game.
148 yards is
where they're not allowed to tackle.
That's obscene.
They were shut out till the 4th.
It's obscene. This is the Pro Bowl. They don't tackle. They don't play defense. They don't blitz.
Imagine the NBA All-Star game being in the 70s. That's what this is like.
Yeah.
If this was in the 70s for the NBA All-Star game, what a joke that is.
And the AFC didn't exactly light up the scoreboard either.
Right.
But, my gosh, they at least got it in the end zone every now and then.
Now, let's just be clear, okay? None of this matters, guys. If you're a Cowboy fan, you're freaking out. See, I told you Kellen Moore was a bum as a player. He was Scott Linehan's little puppet, and he doesn't deserve to be the offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett, I don't want him as the play caller either. He was boring back then. He's going to be boring now, generic, non-explosive. Please don't factor the Pro Bowl into any of your opinions about the Cowboys offense. It's a joke. It's ridiculous. They don't practice. No one takes it serious. You cannot evaluate, in my opinion, 5% of Kellen Moore. And I've been a more of a Kellen Moore skeptic than everyone else who's taken shots of the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That no experience, it doesn't matter. 1-year quarterback coach, doesn't matter.
Right.
He's the new Sean McVay. He's the whiz kid. That's the new thing in the National Football League. I've been more skeptical and hesitant, okay, experience does matter. But please don't allow yesterday's garbage to factor in. Do you agree?
If anyone factors that in, it's insanity. But people do factor it in. Of course they're going to be upset about this. As one of the fan touchers points out, This is the same fan base, not fan base, but like people get upset with Jason Garrett for clapping. That's what fans do.
Yeah.
Fans overreact to things. And, it's not just fans, it's media, it's local, it's national media. It's the Cowboys. Everyone's going to overreact when the Cowboys are involved.
Yeah.
So for sure, someone's going to overreact to this. But the reality, it has nothing to do with, what is it? Nothing to do with the price of tomatoes. Is that the phrase?
I don't know.
It's got nothing to do with it. I'm serious. It's got nothing to do with it.
But you know what's going to happen? If Kellamore calls the plays and they score 3 points in week 1 next season.
Of course. You see this happen. You should have seen this coming. He could score the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. So just dismiss it. I'm almost afraid to look at the rating. Like, we watched it because Kellen was calling plays, and you have Garrett, and you have the Cowboy coaching staff, and you have Dak, and Amari dropped one of Dak's touchdown passes. But I'm almost scared to see a good rating for this because this thing was so terrible.
Yeah, it was.
It was awful.
But what do you expect? I mean, it's what's on. Like every bar we went to, it's what's on because there's nothing else on. So the ratings are being buoyed by that. And then a lot of people just sitting back on a Sunday like, everybody says, I hate the Pro Bowl. I hate the Pro Bowl. And then it comes to Sunday, and we're like, what are we going to do? We have no football. I guess the Pro Bowl's on. We'll put it on in the background.
Yeah. But offensive, Zeke was playing.
It's one of those
Special
rare things that
teams,
gets
you got-
great ratings, and no one really watches it.
Right. That's true. But
Yeah,
people were
it does. It
playing
gets good numbers.
Offense playing defense, defense playing offense, Zeke on special
Yeah.
teams, Zeke running, read option. It was a joke. And the tackling, I was like, why did they just pull up? Why did they stop right there?
Well, you don't want any injuries. They already got one when Juju Smith-Schuster had to be taken out of the game for a knee contusion. It's big time.
And
it is football.
And as bad as it was, for Kellen, for Jason, maybe for Dak, it was even worse for 82 as ESPN and ABC put Witt, Tess, and Boog. Did I see Boog? Was Boog there?
Boog was there at the end.
Boog was there at the end. Jason Witten pulling a Stephen A. Smith, kind of getting Pat Mahomes and Eric Ebron's quarterback and tight ends wrong throughout the entire year.
Here's Mahomes again. This time inside the 5 and into the end zone for Eric Ebron. An 18-yard touchdown pass, Mahomes to Ebron.
Ebron was his guy all year.
Witt and Boog and Tess. And Tess and Boog and Witt.
Ebron.
And we've been best friends for the longest time.
Ebron was Mahomes' guy all year.
Now, I've been trying to figure out a way to better call chop this all week.
Justify it.
Or all day.
Because no one knows the Chiefs tight end, so that's why.
Right, because Travis Kelce doesn't exist.
Not a clue.
Ebron and Travis kind of look similar.
Right, I mean, they're both humans.
In this climate.
They're both humans. They walk on 2 legs. They have helmets on.
They have multiple eyeballs.
Yep, they have 2 arms. Their helmets are different colors, though. Okay, the helmets are different colors.
All right, does Mahomes look kind of like Andrew Luck then?
No, different color helmets. 2 legs, 2 arms, everything. Jerseys,
facial hair.
Yeah, no, nothing of that.
Okay.
Maybe he was trying to say all week, but said all year.
That was his target.
Could have been. That was his target all week.
Go
in
to
practice all week because they had so many walkthroughs for this game.
Yeah, man, you are a master spinner.
Technically, I mean, Patrick Mahomes has only thrown. He's only played 2 games this calendar year.
Okay,
this is a calendar year.
Okay,
that's a new thing, right?
Okay. You are good. All right, now explain this then.
All right, let's go.
That wasn't even Witten's worst moment, I don't think, because when he was handing out the MVP trophy to Pat Mahomes and Jamal Adams, he broke it. He broke the trophy. The thing came in half. Jamal Adams' eyes almost popped out of his head because Witten couldn't even handle the trophy correctly. People are like, "This is Jason Witten's broadcasting career in a nutshell." Right there.
Too strong for his own good, maybe. Just rip the top of this trophy right up. No, I got to defend Jason Witten on that one because he seemed to pick that up as gingerly as one possibly could. And that thing just separated like it was never meant to be on there to begin with.
Yeah. How would you, Mike Fisher?
Would you want to take that trophy, by the way, after you just saw it? Like, and then it gets put back on the way it does, you're like, you're not demanding a new trophy.
Mike Fisher's like, why didn't he rehearse handing the trophy out?
Yeah, nobody rehearses this. It's not a rehearsal. It's not the Academy Awards. It's a Pro Bowl trophy.
Poor Whit.
They told Jason, they said, Whit, take the microphone, go down there, hand the trophy to these two guys.
Yeah.
Try not to remember, not try to screw their names up. Because they don't have jerseys and numbers on and helmets and everything. Just go out there and just give them the trophy. And how is Jason Witten supposed to know that it's not attached?
Jason's got one more year, man. And then he'll be coaching.
Yeah, one more year.
He'll be coaching. Okay. Vegas is like all over the Patriots. Like all the gamblers are saying the Patriots are winning this game. They've overwhelmingly taken New England. And it's moved so far in the Patriots' direction that they're now favored by as much as 3.5 points in some places. 3.5 points. The Mirage in Vegas said 96% of the money was on New England in the first 4 days of betting. 96%. The 9 largest bets placed on New England, including 2 bets of more than 100K. So 2 people have put 100,000 or more. They put it on the Patriots. The Rams opened in some places as 1.5 point favorites, and the Patriot bettors rushed to the bookies so fast that within 17 minutes of the opening line, it moved 4 points.
Within 9 minutes, it had moved 2 to a different favorite. Usually when there's this much money going on one team, I always go the opposite. Right? That's what you want to do because
what am I missing here in that this is just like some guaranteed outcome?
Well,
I think that
it's not. What's happening here though is like you got to wait till the very end. You got to wait till like Saturday. That's when this is called public money that's coming in now. You got to wait for the sharps to get involved with this one. The whales, the big guys.
Okay.
These are the professional bettors. They're the ones that will kind of give you the true test on where this game's going to go.
But the other part about it is, I mean, I think, we've been making fun of the Patriots a lot for like playing this underdog card. No one thinks they weren't going to get here or didn't have a good shot to get here. But having said that, they were underdogs against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road.
Yes.
And so I think from that standpoint, people looked at it and thought, okay, well, I bet on the Chiefs. A lot of people probably joined me in betting on the Chiefs because we just thought they had a better roster. When New England did what they did to combat that, then the public opinion completely sways. And now we're like, well, we can't be wrong again. We can't be held, holding our junk again, saying to ourselves, oh, we didn't think Tom Brady could do it, and have the Patriots go and do it. So I think a lot of people are just thinking, based on what they did against the Chiefs, we're just going to make the safe bet. And I think the safe bet is the Patriots, probably. At least it was, and it was only 1.5. Maybe not so much at 3.5. But.
So Vegas is all over it. Tom Brady said that there is a 0% chance that Sunday is his final game. 0% chance.
Yeah.
And he said that to Jeff Darlington, ESPN.
Of course it's a 0% chance because he's never said he wants to retire.
Yeah.
He wants to play till he's 50.
The closest we've heard about is like Giselle, I think, being like, I don't want him to keep playing.
Yeah.
But that's it. Also, the big basketball headline of the day, not just the greatness of Luka Doncic and the triple-double last night and the loss to Toronto at the AAC, but Jackie McMullen and Brian Windhorst saying that LeBron and his camp want to replace Luke Walton, and then the Woj bomb hit today that Anthony Davis told the Pelicans, trade me. I am not re-signing here. Now, his contract runs through next year, but I am not re-signing here. Trade me. And everyone is looking to Los Angeles now. All right.
I just wish there was a way the Mavs could get involved in that in some capacity.
Well, Mavs don't believe that much in assets, I guess, so they have nothing to trade. All right. When we come back, former Cowboy, one of our favorites, NFL all over the place. Ross Tucker live here in Atlanta. He'll sit down in the Diamonds Direct hot seat as Sean and RJ continue from the Super Bowl next.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Vin and Skin here, and the Low T Center now treats more than low T, including low thyroid and cholesterol. Get your levels checked. Schedule your quick and easy health assessment at lowtcenter.com. It's covered by most health insurance. The Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Sean Shreve here for mycomputercareer.edu. Are you starting the new job yet? Don't tell me you're still sitting there and driving to work right now and you're going to be miserable in the 9 to 5. Go ahead and make the change like hundreds and hundreds of Tolos have been doing. Start your new life as an information technology professional in as little as 4 months at mycomputercareer.edu. Don't have computer experience or training? Doesn't matter. Helping people start an IT career is what they do. You can attend class on campus. They have one in Dallas. They have one in Arlington. Or you can do it live online just 2 or 3 times a week to get what you'll need to start the new career. You can double, even triple the salary of what you're making right now. My Computer Career is nationally accredited. Financial aid is available for those who qualify, including the GI Bill. It's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career. mycomputercareer.edu.
You're appreciated. Here we go, fans and Tolos. 16 past the hour, every hour until 6:16. Your chance to win $1,000 on DFW Sports Station 105.3. The Fan, the number 72881, 72881. The word this hour is honest. HONEST. Honest, as in, yes, I'll be honest with you. We've had multiple winners before. You could be the next one. 72881. Text it right now for your chance to win $1,000 in this national contest.
Nothing says I love you like a diamond. For centuries and across cultures, it's remained the universal symbol of love, romance, and commitment. And at Diamonds Direct this Valentine's, we're making it easier than ever to celebrate your love with diamond jewelry she'll cherish for a lifetime. Join us February 4th through the 14th for our best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down on any purchase. Choose from a special expanded selection of the most romantic gifts: rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, and bands. Get the guaranteed best price and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. And yes, all engagement rings are included. So come on, make it an unforgettable day for her with a special gift that symbolizes your love and commitment like nothing else. It's Diamonds Direct Spectacular Valentine's Celebration with in-store appearances from top jewelry designers, an expanded selection including gifts as low as $200 and 5 years 0 interest financing on approved credit. February 4th to the 14th only, and only at Diamonds Direct.
Preston Road and Cherry Lane.
Texas. Welcome to Save Yourself with Geico.
You casually maneuver to snap a photo of the guy at the restaurant who looks just like that one celebrity from that movie, and your flash goes off. You couldn't save yourself from the embarrassment of doppelganger guy noticing your paparazzi pic. But you could save yourself hundreds by switching your car insurance to Geico.
Yes.
You could save on motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance too. Plus, the Geico Insurance Agency could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Okay.
While your flash-happy smartphone has become your biggest problem, you should know Geico is the second largest auto insurer in the country.
Nice.
Geico even offers 24/7 access to licensed agents in the award-winning Geico mobile app.
Ooh.
And while your impromptu photo shoot didn't go as planned, you could plan on saving more, like military and federal discounts, with your local Geico agent.
You couldn't save yourself from the shame of being outed by your camera flash, but you could save yourself hundreds with Geico online, over the phone, or at your local office.
Listen to the Ben and Skin Show for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Carlos Santana and celebrate his landmark Supernatural album and his historic 1969 Woodstock performance on the Supernatural Now Tour. It's going down Saturday, July 6th at Dos Equis Pavilion. For more ticket information, go to livenation.com.
Ben and Skin here for the WinStar World Casino and Resort. If you haven't seen the lineup of amazing shows coming out to WinStar's Global Event Center, you need to head to winstar.com right now and check out the event calendar. Next up on February the 22nd, Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. And then the following night, catch R&B legend Charlie Wilson on February 23rd. And let's do it all night long on March 1st with the one and only Lionel Richie. Tickets for all shows are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. And for a full event calendar, head over to winstar.com. Do it now.
At Walmart, we give you more than just low prices. We give you low prices on the stuff you actually want. Low prices on the oh-so-tasty, farm-fresh, packed lunches with perfection groceries on your shopping list. Boom. All day, every day. Get more than low prices. Get low prices on what you love. That's what Walmart's all about. Save every day on lower prices at your local Walmart. Check out our green bell peppers, which are 48 cents each, and our limes, which are only 10 cents each. Prices may vary. Check your local store.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by Brown Foundation Repair. Mixing with the G-Bag Nation in Atlanta. Coming up at 9:40.
Stop shifting, stop cracking, and start calling Brown Foundation Repair. A+ rated by the BBB, trusted by Angie's List. Best in the industry. Call now, 972-271-2621. And on the web, brownfoundationrepair.com.
It's a Fan Football Reaction Monday, brought to you by carsforkids.org, supporting the Texans Gal Academies.
And this segment of The Fan also brought to you by Albertsons, Tom Thumb, and Mark Rubin with Rubin & Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS. If you're facing foreclosure or repossession, IRS, credit card, or medical debt, you don't have to face it alone. With one phone call to Mark Rubin, he can take the weight off your shoulders, manage your debt, have you back living life again. It's Mark Rubin, Rubin & Associates, 1-800-LAWYERS.
All right, this guy is one of our favorites. He's sitting down in the Diamonds Direct hot seat. Day one Radio Row Super Bowl coverage in Atlanta here on Sean and RJ, the home of America's team. Also brought to you by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, and the Fan Cam is active as well.
That's brought to you by the Low T Center.
Last year, Ross Tucker, former Cowboy, told an all-time story how the Cowboys make you pay for your lunch as a player.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys didn't know that.
No.
I played for 5 teams, and the only team ever that I think they payroll deducted, it was either $50 or $100 a week for lunch, which is just crazy. And by the way, they also, this is 2002, they also had by far the unhealthiest food of any team I ever played for.
Really?
Now, I'm sure a lot of these things have changed now, but back then, man, it was legitimately like fried chicken, mashed potatoes. Like,
who was the coach?
Campo in 02, and then Parcells cut me in June of 03. So I'm sure that changed because he actually made my weight 312, which is the lowest it ever. Like, I used to go to training camp like 320, and then they were like, "Here's your weight for the season." Mine was 312. I was like, "Oh man, like I got to cut weight."
Cut some weight.
I had never been on, like, he wanted you lean and mean. But it's the funny thing about that is 03 with Parcells. I've told you guys the story before, but I was only there for 2 mini camps. Jason Witten was awful that first mini camp. If you ask Jason about it, he'll tell you about it to the point where I was like, what a terrible 3rd round pick this guy was. What a bust, which is a good lesson. And then Tony Romo wasn't even on the radar screen. Like, I remember asking Clint Sterner about it. I'm like, you think you'll be here? He's like, yeah, man, I'll be here. They're not going to.
I think you might know.
He's like, I think I'll be here for 1 more year. And like, I didn't know that they liked Romo. I mean, he was just like an undrafted piece of crap free agent. You know what I mean? Like, and now he's like
a rock star.
Yeah, in every way. It really is unbelievable. Like, those guys probably wouldn't even remember that I was their teammates for like 2 months.
All right,
well, Witten does. I don't know about Romo.
Romo in the booth. Is what he's doing in terms of forecasting the play something that other people don't have, or did he just make the genius move of saying these things first, forecasting them more than others?
It's a great question. It's a combination of both. Okay, so he just retired, so he knows what a lot of teams are doing offensively right now. Because people say to me, well, if he knows they're throwing the ball to Edelman in the middle, why don't the Chiefs know that? Well, you know how he knows that? He knows because he saw when Edelman went in short motion that they were in man-to-man coverage, and he could tell that they were going to run a split so that Edelman could go inside. Like, it's not like Brady and the Patriots know before the play that they're throwing it to Edelman. It's based on what he's seeing right then. He's literally just thinking like Tom is, and where I'd probably go with the ball in this situation.
Right.
But I went to the NFL's first ever broadcasting boot camp, and they tell you to never step on your play-by-play guy, and they tell you to especially in radio, which I do a lot of Westwood One radio games, but to let him set up the play. So I think Tony, not having any experience, he just kind of was like, I think they're going to throw it to Edelman here in the middle. I like Gronk up top. You don't, a lot of times you don't have the opportunity to say that because the play-by-play guy is talking. Yeah. Now, in fairness, I'm an O-lineman that retired in 08, 10 years ago, whatever. If I tried to guess, I'd be wrong a lot.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
think we were to have this discussion. I think just about every quarterback in the NFL, if they were to go into the booth, could do the same thing.
Yes.
They just he articulates it really well, and that kind of makes it a little bit better. But if you were to get some other players who don't articulate as well as he does, they can still think it. They wouldn't say it.
You know who's good at that too? Dan Orlovsky.
Oh, yeah.
He played like 12 years, but he just retired. Like he was in training camp last year with the Rams. So like he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's stuff like when I hear like Brady say Rita, right? That they still had that when I was there in New England, 05 and 06. That's a dual Mike to Sam to the right. Rita and Linda. Linda is a dual Mike to Sam to the left side. So like they still have that stuff. They still know that. Or even like when you hear Omaha, Omaha means first sound after that.
Yep.
So Omaha Blue Go. So like, I don't know why defensive linemen aren't better. Like as soon as you hear Omaha, you should freaking go.
Yeah.
They're snapping it right after that. Now you don't hear that as much. They might have changed what word they use for that. But there are things I still know or could know. But what Romo does is really impressive. And it just shows how well he thinks the game. My favorite, by the way, he should be a coach now.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about? He gets paid more than them to get
To
there
work
on
16 days a
Friday.
year.
Are people brain dead? I mean,
no, we're going to have Romo be the head coach, Witten is going to be the offensive coordinator, and Sean Lee's going to run the defense.
I will say this, though. In terms of that and the Cowboys, did Jason come on with you guys?
Yeah.
Your station and say there's not going to be any changes?
Yeah.
Yes,
It
it
was
is.
us. It was
Yeah.
us.
That morning.
All right. So Jason says that, and then there are changes. That would lead you to believe that it's not necessarily him making those decisions, right?
Right.
It's never been.
Therein lies the rub of being the Cowboys head coach.
This will be the last question on this topic.
And what you have to know when you are having that position. Like when I was there, guys used to tell stories about, they would say, Dion, you need to do this. And he's like, oh, really? Call extension 12 or whatever, Jerry Jones. I don't know if that stuff goes on.
Yeah.
But I know, like what Cole Beasley said about the front office determines who gets the ball, right? I don't believe that. But, we look at Jerry and Steven during the game. They don't have a headset on.
Right.
They're not like, oh, here, 3rd and 8, throw the ball to Amari, throw the ball to Amari. But
Not anymore.
it's pretty obvious based on what they trade for and what they do, who they would like to be featured, if that's what he meant. But my point would be that's sort of there's that perception in Dallas. And by the way, let me just say this. I don't know Cole. He's not the brightest bulb.
He's not smart.
Why would you say that?
We
Always talk.
don't have a wide receiver that has seemed like Amari Cooper seems to be the first kind of quiet. I'm going to go about my business and keep my head down and just do the right thing. From Dez to Cole to Terrence Williams,
Bryce Butler.
But
Butler,
they don't really have another slot guy. So you'd think that the Cowboys probably would have offered him something to come back, right?
Yes.
Why would you rip the front office from one of your potential suitors who's going to make a market for you?
Ridiculous.
Why would you do that? And then, by the way, as an added bonus, any team that might sign you now knows that you're willing to publicly criticize the front office.
Yes.
He tried to walk it back. People were tweeting me, he walked that back. Yeah, why do you think he walked that back?
Right.
Because his agent was like, what are you doing?
Right.
Now, you know this. Jerry doesn't necessarily care. He don't let his money get mad ever, right? Like, you can insult him all you want, but whether or not he actually does something about it is a completely different story.
Ross Tucker, former NFL player, former Cowboy, joining us on Sean and RJ. We're trying to figure out the play caller. Kellen Moore, just out of the coaching womb. All right. Whiz kid in college, everyone is calling him. Scott Linehan protege, 1-year quarterback coach, now could be calling the plays. Issue, or you can do it? Like the lack of experience wouldn't matter big time.
Well, I think you can do it. I think that there will be some growing pains, but he's the son of a coach, grew up doing it. And that's kind of the trend, man. I mean, and here's the thing I always say about that too. Nobody's done it until somebody gives them a chance to do it. McVay, LaFleur, all these guys, Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
The knock on Nagy was that he didn't call the plays for the Chiefs. Andy Reid did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably worth a shot. Probably better than having Jason do it again, being honest.
Yeah. All right. You hear him on our station, Westwood One analyst, Ross Tucker. He's got the football podcast. He's got everything going. What is this My Front Page story?
Yeah, so it's a couple of writers I know from where I live in Pennsylvania. They got laid off. Writing's a very bad business, by the way.
Just take a look at the size of this newspaper.
Look at the USA Today thickness.
It's
Look at that.
$2. It's $2 is the cost of this thing.
USA Today.
And it's look at this. I mean, this is terrible.
It's a bad business. So anyway, so they started this company where they'll write a story for any reason that you want. So my sister and I bought one for Mother's Day for my mom. They literally interview you. You talk to them for 10 minutes. Like I was driving to Chick-fil-A. I talked to them. They wrote the most unbelievable story about my mom. ever. We gave it to her for Mother's Day. She bawled. So I'm telling guys now, Valentine's Day. Think about how your wife feels when you write her a little note or something at the end of a card. This guy, you'll talk to him for 8 minutes. He'll write the best story about your wife, fiance, girlfriend ever. Send it to you. You print it out, you frame it, you give it to her. I guarantee she cries, and I guarantee you'll get whatever you want that night. Anything.
MyFrontPageStory.com. MyFrontPageStory.com. The great Ross Tucker starting us off right as our first guest in the Diamonds Direct hot seat here in Atlanta. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Always great talking with you guys.
Awesome.
Love talking Cowboy stories.
This guy's electric right here. Ross Tucker, right here from Radio Row. So we will start it. I mean, he's got amazing energy, great stories.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's not to love?
So we had to start off the trip. We thought with a diva move. Who amongst the fan hosts do you think would have the overweight check-in bag at the airport? And
I have to say, I'm a little upset that a lot of the fans put it to me as the guy with the overweight check-in bag.
Why would they think?
I don't know.
Why would you be
never check
upset?
a bag.
Because
Diane, I'm not Lady Gaga.
I'm a little embarrassed over the size of mine. I have.
That's what she said.
Yeah, yours may not be over the 50-pound limit, but that is a big bag.
It's a really big bag. I have I'm a sweatshirt hoodie king, but I have a tennis racket in there. I have 4 pairs of shoes.
Wait,
really?
Didn't have enough room for 2 tennis rackets.
Wait, whoa. You're at Super Bowl Radio Row party week of all weeks, and you're going to go Andre Agassi it somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a court.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat that Sampras.
Wow.
I'll smack your ass. So my bag was like 37 pounds. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Before me, Ben Rogers checked in.
Yep.
53 pounds.
Oh, that's a huge sack.
The limit is 50.
Wow.
There's a media trick to get around that. So Ben didn't have to pay extra. Don't worry about that intercom. And I was like, what the heck is in that bag? He tries to throw Kavanaugh under the bus. And Jeff wasn't there. So he goes, well, Jeff told me, I'm like leaving my house. And Jeff told me I had to go back and get something. I had to go back and pick up something.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He went and picked up the Fortnite.
Oh, no.
The PS4.
Man, we just had this talk on Friday during the draft. I said that Kavanaugh was a strong road player, that you were getting a great pick because he wouldn't be at home with dominance. Fortnite.
They played yesterday, but I asked Jeff, I said, man, how heavy is this PlayStation? He goes, Jeff, how big you think? Maybe 2 pounds.
PS4 Slim.
It's little. Is it a slim? It's a regular one.
It doesn't. It's no more than 5.
No more than 5. So
it's no more than 5 with controller, video game. Even if you brought the case with you.
So Ben somehow has a 50-pound bag, and I thought I packed a lot. So he went over. Look like a female diva right there. They are set up to play Fortnite. Ooh. What?
It's 2.8 kilograms. It's almost 6 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 pounds.
Are we broadcasting from London? What does that mean?
Right. And then we get on the plane and we're all sitting right next to each other, which I love. Roy's stuck next to me. I got Choppy on my left, and Ben has bought books to read. He's gonna go ahead and keep himself entertained.
Is he posting their covers on Twitter? Here are my 7 books.
Right. He bought Moby Dick.
Yeah. So he decides he's going to buy a book. He buys Moby Dick. Moby Dick is not a short story.
No.
Okay. It's like 600 pages of
it's a
Herman
whale.
Melville.
Were they out of the Odyssey?
Yeah, they were. The Chaucer's tales were Canterbury tales where it wasn't available for Ben to buy. So he bought something else from the Crucible era.
Yeah.
And he buys Moby Dick, which we thought, oh, okay, so Ben's going to be quiet on the plane.
Yeah.
Guess how many pages of Moby Dick Ben read on an hour and 30-minute flight? That would be 0.
Watching him, I thought he was Mr. Technology. Well, first off, he heard us talk about how you can get your computer trapped under the recliner. Like if you have it set up on your tray, and the person in front of you leans back, it can catch it.
Right. So when the inconsiderate person in front of you leans back their chair,
it's their right.
It should be leaned back.
They pay for that right.
No, they don't.
I'm getting those knee savers. It could crush your computer screen.
So Ben is holding his computer. He's cradling it on his left forearm, tucked into his lap because he's scared. For 2 hours, I'm watching him do this. He has no idea how to work his Bluetooth. He's passing his plane around. His computer around the entire plane, trying to figure out the Bluetooth. So that was his entertainment. I got Mikey Bassick's reading the Bible behind me. I got Kavanaugh on his what is that? The nice little. It's a little mini iPad, and he was reading his stuff. And then we land, and we get off the plane. We're getting on the trains here at the Atlanta airport.
Yeah, because Atlanta airport, if you're not here, if you've ever been here before, it's large.
Kavanaugh then goes, I got to go back. I left my phone on the plane.
Oh.
Now, I don't think they let you back on the plane, do they?
No, they don't let you back on the plane.
They don't let you back.
Pilot or flight attendant or someone has to go on there and get it for you.
So we're all downstairs. We're all ready to go. And Kavanaugh's like, okay, I got to go back. I got to try to get back on the plane. So I'm like, make sure it's not on you. I'm going to call you. So I called Jeff's phone, no answer. So all of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, I get a phone call. And it's the pilot on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the pilot sounding like this. Well, no,
Oh, Ted.
Oh, yeah. Try a different one. That's Jeff on the microphone. So go ahead, Jeff. Try it.
Checky.
There you go, Roy.
Check,
You got a
check.
future. So I get a phone
panicked.
call.
I didn't know what to do. I just knew that I had to do something. So I called, or the captain called you back and said, what did
Captain
he say?
Sparrow.
Captain Sparrow,
I
Delta.
know. Yeah, Troy. I fell for
He
this.
gave you
he said Captain Sparrow. Troy.
Yeah, it's Captain Sparrow.
Troy.
Jack Sparrow.
He goes, this is Captain Sparrow here. And I'm like, yes, sir. My friend.
No, you did not say yes, sir. He said, and it was incredible. He said, oh, yeah, Captain. My friend left his phone. He's on his way to you. And I didn't know how to keep a conversation going, so I just went, outstanding, and hung up.
Yeah.
So I was going up the escalator back to the plane. I opened my bag. I see my phone sitting there on top, and it's ringing. Or no, he had already called. So I called him back as Captain Sparrow. And then just took the escalator back down.
Yeah.
And was just like, hey, guys. And Sean was like, man, that was fast. And I was like, yeah, Captain Sparrow says thanks.
Because ironic, like I don't know how you didn't
Pop
pick up on
culture
the fact
king
that
Sean.
he couldn't have called you because it would have been locked.
Whatever.
Right?
No, you can swipe it, I think, and have it answer. I don't know if you have to.
He probably had to unlock it. I don't know, though.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah, it's true.
And he burned
I
me.
just love that you called me Captain.
Crosstalk with the G-Bag Nation coming up next.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's our first day from Radio Row. The nation will be rocking and rolling from 10 to 3. And we'll have all the top headlines from pro football and Atlanta in around the NFL at 11 o'clock. Nation 10 to 3 on the Fan.
Hey everybody, Joe Tessitore here from Monday Night Football. I want you to join me at the Star on February 2nd. It is the highly anticipated WBO light heavyweight world title rematch between Sergey Kovalev and Aledir Alvarez. Tickets at SeatGeek.com or download the app today.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and Simple Sleep Services has the perfect gift. Yes, a dozen roses and a lifetime of better sleep for both you and your partner. Look, if you snore, one of two things are happening. You're either keeping her awake or she's kicking you to the couch. Call Simple Sleep Services today for a free benefits check and diagnosis by a doctor who will prescribe the right custom-fit mouthpiece based on your snoring level. So complete your appointment by February 14th to get the roses and a better night's sleep. For the right solution to help you both wake up to better sleep, call 469-685-1700 or go to simplesleepservices.com.
Sean Sharif here for the Dream Team. I want to start off your week right. I want you to save money. I want you to get into your brand new home. I want you to refinance, lower your mortgage payment, improve your credit. All these things can be done by going to the Dream Team and becoming the next member of Mortgage Financial Services, the official mortgage lender of Sean and RJ and the G-Bag Nation. The number to call for any of your living needs, 817-601-9010. 817-601-9010 or the website dreamlending.com. Gavin Dawson, original Dream Team member, in his second home. The credit is so good because they refinanced his house and he made so much money off the first one that he bought And he's got his own swimming pool. He's got his own soccer field for Abby. Kavanaugh bought a condo, then bought a house in back-to-back years. Bassick just helped buy a doctor's office for his wife because of all of his savings. And I've been in my home for 2 years of ownership. Got approved after just 25 minutes of information. That's it. They walk you through all the paperwork, all the confusing numbers, and they let you know when it's time to strike. So I reduced my mortgage payment for the next 28 years, not once, but 2 times. Come join the Dream Team. DreamLending.com. DreamLending.com, or call them right now. Mention Sean from the Fan. 817-601-9010. 817-601-9010. Mortgage Financial Services. NMLS 43021, 2001 Lakeside Parkway, Flower Mound, Texas 75028. Equal housing lender.
A festival unlike any other is coming to AT&T Stadium May 10 through 12. The Killers, Kid Rock, Sting, Leonard Skinner, Little Big Town, Dennis Miller, and over 50 more legendary acts will be live on the multi-stage event, taking place inside and outside AT&T Stadium. Kaboo Texas is a one-of-a-kind sensory experience that brings music, art, comedy, culinary, fashion, and indulgences together for a weekend you won't want to miss. Buy your passes now before they sell out. Visit KabooTexas.com. That's KAABOO Texas.com for details on how to buy passes today.
Discount travel sites say they have the best prices, but Hilton.com has the price match guarantee. Look me in the eye. If you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off. Yeah, well, this is radio, so just stare at the radio. Hilton.com has the best prices. Pinky swear. Or, radio swear. Plus, you can choose your exact room and get free Wi-Fi. Cross my heart, stick a needle in my radio. Expect better. Expect Hilton.
Must be a Hilton Honors member. Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com. Pinky swear.
Upgrading your bathroom? The Home Depot can help you upgrade that upgrade at the Winter Kitchen and Bath event. Right now, add the finishing touch with an exclusive Kohler Katoon faucet for just $89. It's available in a stylish brushed nickel finish, and you'll only find it at the Home Depot, Kohler's #1 retailer. So upgrade your bathroom and let the savings flow. The Winter Kitchen and Bath event at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through March 24th, while supplies last.
Our coverage of Radio Row from Atlanta is presented by Twin Peaks, Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 53. And you can watch us in our Low T Center fan cam at 1053thefan.com/fancam.
Join the KNC Masterpiece, that's us, for a special postseason live broadcast tonight from 7 to 11 p.m.
at the Owner's Box in the Omni Dallas Hotel at 555 Lamar Boulevard. Come hang with the KNC Masterpiece. Hey, hold on, that is us. And enjoy some great food and wash it down with a cold one. More info at 1053thefan.com.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive Little Blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. Right now, get your first month's supply for free. All you pay is just $5 for your medical consultation when you go to 4hims.com/order. After that, it's just $30 for a month's supply. Sure beats paying big bucks for just one blue pill, doesn't it? Plus, you won't need an awkward in-person doctor's appointment to get the prescription. Hims has doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. It's affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To get your first order for just $5, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/order. That's 4hims.com/order for your first month for just $5. 4hims.com/order.
Interviews, stories, news, and maybe a little bit of trouble. All week long, we're live at Super Bowl Radio Row in Atlanta on the home of the NFL, 1053 The Fan.
And this mix between Sean and RJ and the G-Bag Nation is brought to you by Dallas Truck World. Tons of great vehicles available, sizes to fit any budget. Go check them out online at DallasTruckWorld.com.
If you look on the fan cam, you can see how we just kind of take over. Even on day one, we were like 10 deep in here.
Yeah.
Like these other
stations, like there's this Atlanta station that's got these cute all matching pullovers. Wow. But this is us. We just roll. We roll deep. We're like Adele.
We have 10 people here at the broadcast table. We got 10 at dinner. We got 10 at karaoke. We got 10 everywhere.
Was that an Adele song you were doing last night, Chop?
Oh, no, that was Kesha.
Okay.
Or K $.
I was so
call her that.
I was so impressed with how well you knew the song.
Oh, it's a great song.
You weren't looking at the video monitor for the lyrics at all.
No,
you were he was just in your element. I imagine you singing that in your car like every time you get in your car.
I do. I was thinking between that or Miley Cyrus "Party in the USA."
Okay,
but
let's
nailed it.
Let's give the peeps a little bit of it in case they didn't hear it earlier.
Oh, okay.
I bet Bassick will know this song as well. This is RJ karaoke last night.
Wake up in the morning feeling like he did. I grab my glass out the door, about to hit this sick patrol. I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming. Everyone,
you get everything. Everyone, perfectly timed, the whole deal. Reasonably well timed for a non-pro musician. That's why. My bad.
And he didn't do the things that Jeff gets really upset with Choppy about.
What?
Well, when Choppy does...
Oh, when he does like the... like when he just does the weird sounds.
Yeah.
I'm out on the weird sounds, because Choppy's a good performer.
Yeah.
You don't have to resort to the...
Well, I'm a bad singer.
Right.
So that's why I resort
Mike,
to that.
you would have been proud of the workout he went through while singing this
Oh,
song.
man.
KT started off, magnificent performance, but how much do you think Choppy burned off?
Choppy had to... The weird part is Choppy was... He goes so hard at the karaoke that he had to stop and let a few lines go twice during the song.
Out of breath?
Yes,
yeah.
twice during the song. And then after the song, it was like leaning on people. Yeah.
I was
What,
dead.
did you dance during it?
I danced. Oh,
Dance.
it
You'd
was
have thought he
amazing.
coordinated a Beyonce step routine to go along with the song.
It's all over Twitter, Mike. You
Yeah.
got to see it.
It was a lot of movement, a lot of singing, a lot of power, all straight for the diaphragm.
A lot of effort to get the fans involved too. A lot of effort to get the club
Tried
involved.
to.
What did KT sing?
A lot of power.
He did Britney Spears.
Hit me, baby.
All right, let's do
Hit Me Baby one more time.
Let's do a little KTs for Bassick here, Troy. This is KT starting things off at karaoke.
How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me.
Here comes all the band guys in the background. Band guys in the background. All right, so that was all that was out last night. Now, Bassick, what would be yours? I can picture you not being scared.
I've done this before. I know in Montreal, when it was kind of rookie hazing type of stuff, we went to a karaoke bar and I had to do Billie Jean Is Not My Lover. Or Billie Jean, obviously, that's just the name of the song, but by Michael Jackson. And I tried to add the hee-hees in it and everything.
And did you sing?
I did not sing.
Are you guys headed back there?
The only karaoke song, we're going to go back. I think KT said the homework is everybody has to have a song. It's got to be done. We're going to make Tim Collins go. I want him to do Boston. Like Boston song. Like something from the 80s.
They have a book. They have a book you choose from?
Yeah. No, you can just pick any song.
Oh, really?
You pick, like it's on the computer now, so basically any song you want is available.
I do think that Choppy and KT have really set not an easy bar in terms of, because no. Let me rephrase. I'm terrified of karaoke.
Yeah.
Like I'm really, really afraid and
They made it
self-conscious about
fun.
getting in front of people and doing that.
Me too.
And you guys are incredible at it.
Yeah,
It's great.
thank you.
But I think the bar you set was do a female song.
Yeah.
Because there's an entertainment element no matter what. So I'm thinking maybe Shania Twain.
We have to pick
your
female
boots been under.
songs?
No, you can do
He's just
whatever you
saying the
want.
strategy.
But I think that's a great strategy because there's an entertainment value no matter what.
Like Ben, I thought he was nervous about. Ben's never done karaoke, and he obviously we know Ben is musically gifted, and he was terrified. He was terrified. He was like, I don't know what to pick. Like, did he end up singing?
He ended up doing Sir Mix-a-Lot. And the interesting thing is that he did not know the words to the song. So
that's amazing.
He hit the first verse and it was awesome. He sounds really good. And then when the second verse came, he just started freestyling.
Yeah.
So he broke into Ben freestyle. Then he just totally lost it and just looked up at the screen. He was like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, you don't know the words to this?
And then Roy, probably the best pure singer.
Tremendous.
Did you submit?
No, I didn't end up going because, I mean, we were about to get out of there. Once RJ did his song, like Ben was still sticking around.
Because you won a contest on vacation.
Well, the other part was another guy just stepped up and sung the exact same song that I knock out of the park.
Oh, was this that was that guy that came up before
the
us?
guy that was molesting the mic stand before you guys got your hands on it?
I literally wiped down the mic stand.
What
was your song? What's your
I'll tell
song?
you what.
No Diggity by Black.
Jeff's a big Romo fan. You should do Journey, Don't Stop Believing, because isn't that the one that
because that's a singing song.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why RJ Talk sings.
Yeah,
good bar song though.
Sing.
But the good song, you get one of those songs that everybody gets involved in like that.
Yeah, you do Sweet Caroline, you move on with your day.
Drown it out. They can drown you out a little bit.
Yeah, you just go Sweet Caroline and let everybody party.
Dawson, what's coming up on the show?
Pure Gold as always, Sean. Thanks so much for asking. By the way, my song would be "Spirit in the Sky" by Norman Greenbaum. Got a lot of lyrics.
I think you were going more Gordon Lightfoot.
They might not let you. They like it to be upbeat.
Oh, really?
Sorry,
really?
you can't do that. Yeah.
The way I do it's upbeat as hell. Excuse me, sir.
Put it on 1.5 times speed.
So we don't have many guests here today. We are going to get a look at the NFL opening night jerseys. A really beautiful and talented lady is going to bring those by for the webcam coming up at 10:30. A preview of what some of the official gear here is in Atlanta coming up at 10:30 right here in the G-Bag Nation. Should the Cowboys be really out on David Irving already? We'll talk about that at 10:40. Seems like a lot of people are totally out on him. He's got a lot of talent.
Ben Abbott isn't totally out on him.
Well, it probably is.
That guy spent $1 million during those
and
commercials.
his associates.
I wondered if David being on those commercials helped their business or hurt it, because so many Cowboy fans were furious. Like, what the heck is he doing? He's got time to make a commercial he can't play. Not realizing that
I think
it's
it's
pre-recorded.
memorable.
It's so memorable.
But if you would have done it with Malik Collins, everybody would be like, oh.
But do you think more people called, or people are like, screw that, I'm not going to do anything with David Irving's involved?
I think they looked at it and thought, man, if this guy can help David Irving stay out of trouble, that's my dude.
That's a good
I think it
point.
might have worked.
All right, Mike, when are you going to unveil the Mavs trading for Anthony Davis? The Woj bomb today that he is not going to re-sign with the Pelicans. He wants out.
I know we're going to talk about it to start the show in our top 3, and then I am going to reset it at 140, where I have actually, trade checker stuff, especially with the Lakers. I'll just give you this. It's going to be tough for the Lakers to pull off an Anthony Davis trade without adding a third team, because they don't have bad contracts, as in big contracts, to send that way to make $25 million work. So they kind of have to get a third team involved. So I'm trying to get the Mavericks involved in maybe stealing a prospect or two over this.
Our poll question this morning is, what percentage of Cowboy fans do you think worried about Kellen Moore after the Pro Bowl yesterday?
I bet it was at least 20%, which I think is silly, but I think it's probably between 20 and 30% that are like just so ready for it to not work. They're just like, oh my God, they almost got shut out in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Almost got shut out.
Oh my God.
How are the dogs?
Dogs are dogs. They're dogs.
They are dogs. That's
like
true.
your feet, after working out yesterday.
Yeah,
Barking.
we had a dog situation just before I left, which means I'm saddling the lady Amanda with 3 dogs, 2 injured, all by herself at the house. So she's going to take one to my folks' house today to get that off her hands.
Okay.
And try to survive. And maybe during next week's broadcast, we'll be playing a game called Who Wants to Adopt One of Jeff's Dogs?
Oh
wow.
Were you you seem like you had to be a little traumatized from that.
In real life, yeah, I was emotional about it because it was the second time that my dogs have gotten in a fight. And I think when you adopt dogs and when you get rescue dogs, you're trying to do something really, really good and nice, and you see how sweet each individual dog is, but sometimes the dynamics just don't work, and it's heartbreaking. But, they're all awesome dogs, and if we have to get rid of one, which I think we probably will, somebody who doesn't have a dog will get an incredible dog.
Jeff's very nice with his dogs.
Uh-oh.
If that dog would have done what that dog did, I'd be like, here's the news. Until I can give you away, you're just in a kennel for the rest of your life until I let you out to go to the bathroom. You get 10 minutes on your own outside to run around.
In the yard?
Yep. And then when it's time for you to come back.
Well, you're putting them on 23 and 1
I'm going,
blocks, huh?
I'm going to put you back in the kennel. You cannot move in this house anymore. You deserve what you get.
I think once you have humans, it probably changes your perspective on dogs a lot. Because
they don't matter. They don't matter anymore.
Right. I don't have
totally
humans,
don't matter.
So the dogs really are like as close as I can get to children, and I love them. So shut up.
All right.
They're trying to kill each other.
Well, not like once every month and a half they fight. It's like what? And this
Do you
time
think
no one was even
Elfie's
there, so I don't know what happened.
Do you think Elfie's disappointed that he didn't kill the dog?
They're both she's. I think she's just disappointed that half her face is missing.
Oh,
but I think she's pretty happy that she did almost rip off a couple of ears.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it was a fairly 50-50 type of result?
Hard to say because no one was there to see it. At the vet, the old one, Stomp, lost because she cost more money to fix because they had to put her ears back on. Elfie just had half her face look destroyed, but they were just all tiny punctures. I think she had the ear, and Stomp was just like,
By the time somebody got there, was the fight over, and they were just bleeding on their own?
And they were hanging out.
Wow.
Yeah, they were hanging out, and they rode in the car together into the vet. And
they are
everything.
like humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Radio station.
Yeah.
All right. We will be back with you tomorrow morning with more stories and hopefully our voices still. It's the G Bag Nation coming up from Atlanta. Super Bowl coverage continues on 105.3 The Fan.